We're back!
Welcome to World Class Bulshitters, episode 67. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the one, the only, Dion Green.
Baby, it is so goddamn good to be back. I feel like I've nutted for the 311th time. God, it feels good.
I'm sure you've come more than 311 times in your life.
It was the first number that popped in my head.
Okay, because I mean, if at 27 years old, if you've only come 311 times, it's pretty low.
I was saving myself for Jesus, but he never showed, so I started late.
I don't buy that.
I thought you were going to be like, I don't believe that for a second.
I don't believe it for a fucking second. Up next, the guy that's probably only come 311 times, Dan Kane.
Crookshanks.
Everyone's favorite coach of what sport, I don't know, Eric Louderback.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the free agent market right now. I'm thinking about trying to find an expansion team down in Miami.
Ooh, I'll move down there with you, my friend.
I'm thinking about moving to a bigger place and making some good money.
Hey, good story, Mark.
Fuck you. And finally, everyone's favorite. I don't know what to call you tonight. I'm just going to call you Curtis Lendenfield.
Thank you. There was a girl that I hadn't seen in a few months, and she said, Curtis, I missed you like the desert misses the rain, so I'm going to pay that forward. WCBS, I missed you guys like Flight 93 missed the White House.
Damn.
Oh, goddamn. Okay.
Jesus.
We haven't been on the air in like 3 weeks, but we haven't missed a fucking beat. So, listeners, this is going to be a very good show. But you're probably wondering, where were we? Well, we were in Florida having the time of our lives. We went to WrestleMania, Miami, hookers and strippers and all kinds of shit. Blow. It was like an episode of Miami Vice with better clothes.
Wait, you forgot the most important part. I had my first mojito.
Did have your first. Hey, Curtis, you want to hear a funny story?
Let's hear it.
No.
We're in Miami. We're on Miami Beach, and it's like a fucking music video. We're walking down the beach. There's women with big asses and thongs, and there's this black girl with tits that we all just got quiet for. Like, we were all sitting in this, like, cabana thing, and this busty girl walks by. We're just all like, oh. It was amazing. It was, seriously was like a fucking music video. But it was like 100 degrees. We got hot. We went inside to this hotel, and we're like, oh, we're going to sit down and have a...
Ritz-Carlton.
It was the Ritz-Carlton. And, you know... It's a world-renowned hotel. We're having a good time. We each had about 4 drinks on average, and each person's bar bill was about $84.
Yeah.
I about shit my pants when I saw the fucking total. I was like, God damn, I drank 4 drinks. It was $84.
Ugh.
Yeah, but they were good, and we had a hot bartender, and she was excellent. So, thank you, Maria from the Ritz-Carlton. Maybe we'll be back. But I wish you would have been there just for the beach part, because you probably would have sexually assaulted somebody.
It's probably a loose term.
That was the worst thing.
Well, I mean, fine, I'm trying to be nice. Okay, I haven't talked to you in a couple weeks. Almost a month, actually. But since we've been together, we have had a ton of news, a bunch of trailers, a couple celebrities died. One good, one was old, so who really cares? But this week is going to be an awesome show. So before we get into that, let's talk about the Listener of the Week. This week's Listener of the Week is Liquid Metal Pro. He really enjoyed our video where we all got drunk and sat around a table and talked about superheroes and shit, and he wrote us a very awesome comment, which I'm not going to read on air because it's paragraphs long, but Liquid Metal Pro, I thought it was insightful, I thought it was well written, and I appreciate that you took the time to respond in such fashion. So, now that that's over, it's time for the news. Alright, Curtis, you are the anchor of this week. Take it away.
Sure. Have you guys heard who's going to be playing Cable in Deadpool 2 yet?
Yes,
I've
sir.
not.
Fucking Josh Brolin, the guy who's also playing Thanos.
Ugh.
So, when I first heard that, I was just like, oh, that's fucking gay, like having a guy that's in 2 comic book franchises. But then I remembered Chris Evans coming over and being awesome at Captain America. So maybe that'll happen here, but I don't know. I still don't. It just feels weird to have him be different characters in simultaneously produced movies. What do you guys think?
Well, you got to remember one thing. Chris Evans was Captain America 4 years after the Human Torch ended. Like, that franchise was dead. So I don't know if we have another character who's in both universes, or 2 different, like, franchises at the same time.
Right, that's fair enough. I just don't like it. Something just feels off, and that's probably it. Like, just the timing between it, because We still don't know if Thanos is going to be in Avengers 4 because originally it was supposed to be a two-parter. Now they're saying, no, they're separate, blah, 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 blah. But to have him appear in both franchises, I don't know. Dion, anyone? Eric?
I mean, I wasn't super. I hope it's Josh Brolin from what was the movie Gangster Squad, not Josh Brolin from Jonah Hex, because I feel like if that's the type of gruffy character they're going for, I am not that excited. I like Josh Brolin a lot. Like I said, I loved him in Gangster Squad. I loved him in Men in Black 3 as younger K. I'm open. I'm not excited. I guess that's one of those things where it's like, I guess I trust him as an actor more than I'm, shitting my pants with excitement.
So you're telling me you didn't love him in The Goonies?
You know what? I hate seeing him that level of bad guy. I just can't take it.
He's the brother. He's not a bad guy.
He's all right, but
Hey, you guys.
Hey, that's the wrong character, man. If you're gonna quote The Goonies, at least say something, like "my new tires" or something random shit that he said.
Crookshanks.
Yes, Dan, Crookshanks.
Nailed it.
Welcome to Trivia Stan. All right, so what else do we got? Or no, does anyone else have any comments about this casting choice? I guess not. I'll say this though: it was originally supposed to be Pierce Brosnan or Stephen Lang, and I thought Stephen Lang would have been better because he looks like Cable, and Pierce Brosnan would have been ironic, so I would have enjoyed it.
Nintendo, the original classic NES, is being discontinued because a lot of people want it, so why not just discontinue it?
It's a piece of shit. Phil bought it the first day it came out, and you can get a fucking free emulator and ROMs on the internet, and it's in better quality.
I still want it.
I'm gonna say I know a lot of non-video gamers in my life personally, and they're like they've been looking for one, and so it's just weird that like at the height of demand they just go nah. It might be a cliche, but the comment I keep seeing on different forums is apparently Nintendo hates money. Because how else could you explain that? Oh, there's this thing that everybody wants and is willing to pay for, and you can manufacture it. You've proven that you can manufacture it. Why would you stop doing that?
Bet you $1 they're going to release a Super Nintendo one this year.
That would be kind of cool, actually.
I would.
I'd have to get that one.
It would be my 10th birthday all over again.
Yeah, I got a Super Nintendo in the year 2000. What a great decision. George W. Bush was president, so I got a Super Nintendo.
No, not in 2000. That was until 2001.
Well, okay, fine. He was elected at the end of 2000. Just go with the goddamn joke, Loudy.
I hope they don't release it until 2020, and then Loudy's like, a Super Nintendo!
I just want Phil to be like, man, they sold 20 million copies in the first weekend, man. That's fucking crazy.
It's 147 million, sir. Get it right, okay?
It's Phil.
It's Phil. That should just be our catchphrase for the show. What is it? It's Phil.
It's Phil.
It's Phil.
Maybe she's born with it. It's Phil.
Maybe she's lonely. It's Phil.
What else do we got?
She's fat.
We it was just announced. I've never seen this movie, but I fucking hate David Bowie because the people in my life who like David Bowie are a bunch of hipster fucking liberal cunts. So
I thought it was the hillbilly fuckers you were fucking that you hated. I keep getting confused.
So anyway, Labyrinth is getting a spin-off. They're gonna I guess have the story occur in the same universe as the original 1986 film. But yeah, I just I don't like Labyrinth. I don't like people who like Labyrinth. What do you guys think?
I don't like Labyrinth either. I'm with you, but I do like Jennifer Connelly.
Oh yeah, only when she has a dildo on her ass.
Yeah.
I can't believe she's married to the Vision. Lucky him.
He saw something in her.
Shut up!
It's Phil.
I'm surprised the marriage lasted that long, Dan. I'm with you, Curtis. The people in my life that like Labyrinth are none, so I just never I saw it on Netflix I think a couple years ago, and I don't like David Bowie. Like when he died and people were freaking out, I was just like, well, he was an old guy who lived a fucking crazy life. Good for him. Like whatever. I like one David Bowie song. So I'm not even a fucking fan. No, not even that song.
Yeah, I like Disco King just because Lead Singer, my favorite band, did a remix of it. Anyway, the point is David Bowie sucks, and everyone who likes him should fucking suck on a dick. Next, we got a lot of news, so I'm trying to fly through here. Dolph Lundgren has joined the Aquaman movie.
Why?
God
Is he
damn.
that hard up?
Are you serious? April said this 2 weeks ago, dude. Come on.
No, Dolph Lundgren will be an Aquaman because why not?
I hope he plays Drago.
If he dies, he dies.
He swims, he swims. That movie's gonna be so stupid.
I think the only worst casting decision would be Ron Perlman because that ugly motherfucker is in everything.
Wait, you don't want to see Hellboy team up with Aquaman to fight the Green
I'm
Goblin?
sorry, just every
fight
movie that I
anything.
watch, Ron Perlman is somehow a character in it. He's like the white Samuel L. Jackson.
Don't watch Sons of Anarchy.
I never will. That's another one of those shows that people I know who like it, shit taste.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh so hard, but I can just imagine you sitting down to watch a movie on Netflix. You're like, so-and-so, so-and-so. Oh, it's NR. There's tits and violence. Right as there's about to be like a vagina shot, Ron Perlman pops up. Fuck,
His face comes out of their vagina, actually. Just all.
This is for you,
coming out of
Justin.
the chest.
It's Ron Perlman, bitch.
I just had a fucking visualization of a woman giving birth to Ron Perlman's face.
You touched it
Ugh.
because you reminded me 2 nights ago. Wife's in bed. I'm out on the couch looking for something to beat off to on Netflix. So I go to like the foreign dramas and shit like that. So if it has NR on it, not rated, and like a risque photo, I'm gonna fucking sit there and I'm gonna fast forward till I can find a scene with some titties. I went through 8. Jeff, I went through 8 fucking movies before I saw anything worth beating off to. I think it should be illegal to advertise as not rated if you're not going to have penetration.
Well, you can give it one of Netflix's new patented thumbs down. Because, fuck Netflix.
No, fuck that. That's false advertising. I see NA. I should assume that my hand's going to go down my pants. Nope.
Oh, you have assumed wrong, sir.
I agree with your sentiment. It would be nice if they just had like a section for nudity, like like Netflix has a hardcore section.
That pissed me off that they got rid of was it Noel Gaspa's Love or whatever?
Oh, that movie, yeah.
Yeah, because that one had 12 sex scenes. It had cum shots. It had even one that hits the camera, like you're looking
Nice.
directly at his cock and it sprays in your face.
I saw that movie. I turned it off. I hated it so much.
I
Well,
kept
you're not
telling myself
hardcore.
I was going to watch it for more than just the tits and penetration, but they took it away too fast.
You lied.
Are you sure you didn't watch it for the dick? Because I feel like you stopped the description stopped at you see a dick and it hits the camera, and I just imagine for some reason I got an image of you sitting in front of the TV in Indian style on the floor, and like you on the carpet, and you just be like, yeah, and then it hits the camera, and that's when you're like, ah, ah.
Okay, if you've never intentionally synced up your ejaculation with a cum shot of somebody else, you're lying. Oh, what else do we got? So Star Wars Celebration is going on right now, and George Lucas surprised audiences, as did Hayden Christensen, although people knew he was coming, so I just lied about him being a surprise. But Star Wars Celebration, supposedly tomorrow, Friday, because we record this on Thursday, we're going to get the first trailer for The Last Jedi. What do you guys think?
I mean, I guess Rogue One kind of gave me a little bit, made me give a little bit more goodwill. So I mean, I'll wait to see what happens. I'm kind of tentative because 7 is fucking bleh.
Garbage.
I do want to say to the listeners, don't come to the comments section asking what we thought about that, because I'm just going to make a video, like a reaction or whatever the fuck you people want to watch after it goes live. So this episode's not going to have like any kind of Star Wars communication back and forth, but I promise you there will be a video about the trailer tomorrow. That being said, I'm expecting this teaser trailer to be as stupid as the episode 7 trailer, where like Finn pops up and that's it. Like we'll see Rey turn on a lightsaber with a new haircut, and Luke will be like looking at her, and that's going to be it. And people are going to fucking talk about timed ejaculations. A million people will cry out in ecstasy and will be suddenly silenced after the trailer sucks dick.
Fair enough. On Saturday, supposedly we are going to get the Battlefront 2 trailer, which already leaked, but they keep taking off the internet. Did any of you guys get a chance to watch that?
I did
Nope.
not.
I did not.
I didn't.
Go ahead.
Oh, I said I didn't. That's all.
Oh, I thought you started, and then I thought my fat ass interrupted you. Beautiful graphics. It seems like we're going to actually have a storyline. Unfortunately, you have to play as a woman because of Disney. But they have a bunch of characters: Kylo Ren, Darth Maul, Yoda, stuff that we didn't see in the first one that should have been there the whole fucking time.
Do you feel like they're going too hard with Star Wars and women all of a sudden? Because they released at Celebration today. They announced a new toy line geared towards girls, and there's like animated shorts that go with it. It's like, is it really that important that girls like Star Wars? I mean, if they like it, they like it. But
If he dies, he dies.
if he dies, he dies. No, it's just like these are like ugly brats-looking dolls. Like there's R2-D2, the gayest-looking Luke Skywalker you'll ever see. I think he has eyeliner on. And then there's like Rey, Jyn Erso, who's dead. So it's kind of morbid to make a cartoon about a character that's already dead. And
Princess Leia, who's also dead.
yeah, really, she's really dead.
She gone.
It kind of bothers me that they're like, oh, Star Wars is for girls now, and it's got to be a girls thing this generation. Like, here's the problem, Star Wars and Disney and whoever ever hears this. It's like, when you shit where you eat, you're gonna go hungry. Because me personally, the more crap you make, the less I support the brand. Like, I used to buy tons of Star Wars T-shirts and cool action figures and shit. If it's not Japanese, I'm not picking it up. So I don't know. It just turns me off. It's like, make it for everybody. Stop trying to like right some invisible wrongs that were never there in the first place.
Women's rights and oppression.
Princess Leia was fucking cool. Like, unlike Rey, who just is like, hey, I'm here, give me everything. Princess Leia served a fucking purpose and was an integral part. Like,
You see, that's the thing. Princess Leia, I feel like, was actually a strong female lead without having it fucking shoved down your goddamn throat.
She literally was. It's no gimmick.
Where it's
about
like
that.
nowadays, it's like you have to know that this is a strong female lead, and she's gonna be a fucking role model for girls. Well, guess what? If you go back to the original fucking Star Wars, so was Princess Leia. The only thing is they didn't fucking bash you over the head with it to the point where you wanted to fucking commit suicide.
And she wasn't flying ships, and she wasn't using a lightsaber. It's
And
like,
she was still contributed to the fucking storyline and plot, and actually fucking being worth a damn as a goddamn character.
I think she has the only headshot in a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Like, she fucking shoots a stormtrooper on Endor right in the fucking head. After she's been shot.
Baze Malbus in Rogue One.
Oh, okay.
Trooper's trying to crawl up, and then you just blast him right in the face.
I'll have to rewatch that. Like I said, I bought it. I like it, but I think I'm not on the same high as I was when I first saw it. I'll put it like that.
Well, it's called Chasing the Dragon, friend. I'm still chasing that first cocaine high.
Randy, stop chasing the dragon.
Well, I mean,
Oh, almost got it.
I think what I enjoyed so much, though, was, like, the novelty of being back in the Episode 4 timeline. And I still enjoy that. Like, it doesn't feel hokey or anything. I don't know. I knew the story going in, and now that I know the actual story of the film, it's like, this is good, but I don't see myself watching this like I do, A New Hope or anything like that.
I want to jump back really quick to Princess Leia. She fulfilled a lot of people's fantasies. And I'm not talking episode 6 in that sexy outfit. I'm talking about your sister making out with you. Who hasn't wanted that?
Well, I don't have a sister, so I've never...
No.
It'd be like making out with the girl version of
never
me in
wanted
a mirror. So no.
Well, Dion, I've already done that, but...
No, you did a lot more than that. Did a lot more than that.
Yeah, I'm
Fuck your
trying to
sister
keep it
in your
clean.
bathroom.
Wait, what?
What?
No, say what you said.
So next we have Lando Calrissian is not going to be in episode 8, according to the guy who plays him. I forgot his name.
Lady Williams.
I'm glad you didn't just call him the black guy from Star Wars.
Well, that did cross my mind.
Well, there's now 2. You gotta get it. Well, there's 3. There's Forrest Whitaker and the other 2.
Forrest Whitaker dead as fuck.
His eye is too.
There's the rebellion. There's the dream.
He may be my least favorite. No, not ever. He's one of my least favorite Star Wars characters.
Oh, I like him. Did you come? Did they send you to kill me? I just like him. I like him.
How many times have you watched that on Blu-ray?
Honestly, none yet.
Oh, okay.
No. But I did, and we'll get into this later, watch a different Star Wars related movie that was really surprising. What else we got here? So there are a couple viral videos this week. I'm sure everyone has seen them. The little Asian guy getting pulled off the airplane.
Yep,
Yep.
that was bullshit.
Yeah, how do you guys? Let's talk about this. Let's expand our pop culture just a little bit. What are some initial thoughts? I mean, for those of you somehow that haven't seen it or heard of it, there was a United flight. There was a full flight. They got everyone board, and then they go, "Hey, we got to get 4 of our employees to this next spot. We need 4 volunteers to get off the plane." And nobody wanted to go because they wanted to fucking get where they were going. So eventually, they supposedly just randomly picked people, and this one Asian doctor said, "No, I'd like to go home. I got patients that need to see me." And the police said, "Too bad." And they fucking they smashed that motherfucker's face in an armrest and dragged him off the plane. And in the immediate fallout, the United CEO blamed the Asian guy. And then when everyone's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He changed his tune, but they're going to get sued, blah, blah, blah. You guys take it from here.
But not only that, but the fucking officers that dragged him out falsified the fucking report. They said that he was acting all angry and belligerent, and there's multiple fucking witnesses that not only have obviously the video evidence, but other evidence proving that no, he was not. And they just fucking, because what they said was that he tripped and fell and hit his head, which was bullshit. You can see the fact they fucking knock his ass out before they drag him out.
Normally I don't get in a huff on this internet rage thing, but this was the first video in a long time that genuinely pissed me off. I mean, I hate flying as it is. Seriously, it never works out for me. The seats are uncomfortable. My knees can't fit between, seats and shit like that. So I understand the problems with flying. And then I hate the fucking flight attendants. Everyone's a dick in the airport. It's just a bad experience overall. So I feel really bad for this guy to have to suffer, 1, getting randomly chosen on a plane to be ejected when you have to get home, and 2, for a dickhead cop, and 3, for the bitch that chose him. Everyone involved needs to lose their job, and this guy needs to get paid. I don't care what he's done in the past, because TMZ's trying to dig up, he falsified Oxycontin prescriptions and this. That's irrelevant to the fucking story.
And not only that, but that shit was fucking 2003.
The thing is, it's not relevant to the story. You could tell me he fucking ran over a dog with his car the week before. It doesn't matter. That did not lead to anything on the plane. They chose this guy. Oh, he paid less. It doesn't fucking matter, people. You know what? You're United. It's 4.5 hours from Chicago to Louisville. You need to drive those fucking people there. And this guy paid for a plane ticket. Fuck your employees. That's why they're employees. If you want to run a business full of your employees, you'll last a couple days.
No, I agree. The only thing I didn't like about the doctor is how I thought it was cool that he was trading drugs for sex, but not with a man. Come on, have some morals.
I thought you were going to say the only thing you didn't like about him was he was Asian, but
No, that was one of those goes without saying things.
Oh, okay.
But supposedly he lost his 2 front teeth, suffered a severe concussion, and broke his nose. I hope he gets at least, let's say 9 digits. I know it's not going to be like that, but close to 100 million would be nice because his fucking lawyer is going to take 98% of it.
Yeah, I mean, he deserves... Look, I normally say, suing people's bullshit. No, this guy deserves it because he was just fucked every way.
No, and if you're a listener and you're going to go to the comments and completely ignore what Jeff just said about, well, look at his checkered past, you're a fucking retard. You're stupid. You're dumb. You should get your ass beat.
You're a cuck. Real quick, speaking of cucks, I usually watch this guy's videos. His name's Mundane Matt. He looks like a fucking jelly roll guy. He's weird. He's got a neck beard. Kind of a loser. But normally he talks about these interesting topics. And then this week, he talks about the guy getting dragged off the plane. But apparently he only read one article. And all he does is shit on the guy. He goes, well, United's in the right, blah, blah, blah. So I went to his video, and I've been trolling him on Twitter. I never do this. But everyone, check out his video with ad block on. And then when you see what a dickhead he is, just comment in the comments section below. Because fuck him so hard. Not literally, obviously.
Yeah, and while you're on the internet, why not visit incarnatestudios.com? Don't forget the hyphen.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Jonathan Showalter, who just picked up a shirt, the official World Class Bullshitters t-shirt. And another shout out to Thomas, who didn't leave his last name, but he bought a shirt. So thank you, Thomas Blank.
What kind of shirt did Thomas get?
A World Class Bullshitters t-shirt as well.
Nice.
Did he get the GTA one?
No, the only people that own the GTA ones are us. Or, well, you don't own one yet, but you will soon.
Yeah,
Don't eat.
yeah, I hope so. I'm waiting for it, man.
I mean, we put it on the Pony Express like a week ago, but we didn't. The horse doesn't have a rider to know what direction's what. Maybe if you get lucky, it'll just arrive in a relatively close distance to your house.
Maybe I'll get it by next WrestleMania.
Grand Theft Auto 6 will be out, and you'll get your shit.
Really quick before we move on, I want to talk about 2 memes that I saw relating to this. One of them was an ad for Southwest, and it said, "We beat the competition, not our customers."
I love that one. I fucking love that one.
That's hilarious.
And then a personal favorite of mine, it's a fake headline using, you'll see. It's a picture of these 2 buildings, and it says, "United Airlines forcibly removes towers from overbooked city." And it's the Twin Towers.
You know, my personal favorite meme is you got a bloodied up Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan,
Yeah.
and they're both like, "Oh, it's the last time we fly United" or some shit like that.
No, it's at the top it goes, "Hey, brother," and at the bottom is, "That's the last time we fly United, brother."
I like the one with United introducing their new cabin class, and everything behind Section 12 is Fight Club.
I don't like the show, but I saw a bunch with that fucking Negan, whatever the fuck from Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just reminded me of how much I hate that show. Then I saw another viral video, and this one's less popular, but it's also got some attention. Have you guys seen the one where the cop face plants that bitch?
The 90-pound woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Anyone else?
I have not. I'm gonna need to
There's
see
a couple
this.
of them. You gotta be a little bit more specific.
No, if you go to, I think if you type in on YouTube, "Cop Slams Woman 2017," it should be one of the top ones. She's wearing this really short dress.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, the story behind it is these cops come to arrest these 2 assholes at a bar. This 90-pound bitch, 22-year-old college liberal hippie cunt, comes out
Lord.
and slaps the cop. And now that's important because he immediately grabs her and just throws her directly on her face. Her dress flies up on the news broadcast. They blur it out, so I had to look up the real one where her ass is hanging out, of course. But you get all these people going, "Police brutality, police brutality." That bitch slapped a cop. What do you expect to happen? What do people expect the cops to do when they're being attacked? I don't understand.
Just take it. You take it and like it.
I mean, I'm of 2 minds. You shouldn't... Like, I don't like police officers, so I don't even look at them. It's like, fuck you people. I'll call you when I'm in trouble, but other than that, don't talk to me, because I don't need you. But don't hit one. I think that's dumb. Like, I don't think any drunk woman should come up and hit a man, because it's not always going to turn out, the way they want it to. And I think she kind of... I don't want to say she got what was coming to her, because I don't ever like
She
to
got
defend
what was
cops.
coming to her.
She got what coming to
Absolutely
her.
got what was coming to her.
Okay, yeah, fine. She deserved it, all right? It was funny
Okay,
as shit when
fine.
she hit the fucking ground.
Speaking of coming to her, liked looking at her ass, but I don't know if that turned me on more or less than her getting the shit beat out of her. I can't decide.
Well, what you need to do is you need to watch it, and you need to see what part you were the hardest at. That's when you can put your hand down your pants. It's not rated, so that's an NA video for you right there.
What did the doctor say there, Mr. Londonfield? What did he say when you told him this?
I don't know. I miss Dr. Phil though.
Concussion erection syndrome.
Concussion erection syndrome.
But no, fans, make sure if you've seen these last 2 stories we've talked about, any of the stories really, but I'm really curious about these viral videos. What are your guys' opinion? Did the Asian man have what's coming to him because he sucked a dick? And did that woman have what was coming to her because she's a woman? Let us know in the comments below.
Below.
I got some personal news if you guys don't mind.
Oh, shit.
So I've been watching a lot of George Lucas interviews lately because I think he's actually really interesting to listen to, and I like the prequels. I love the prequels. That's common knowledge. So I randomly came across at a used DVD store, THX 1138. Have you guys seen it?
I've
Sadly.
heard of it, yeah.
You don't like it, Jeff?
It was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It was on Bravo about 15 years ago. I turned it
Oh,
off.
that's
I hated it.
It's on the Queer Channel, so. No, I'm watching this last night, and I'm enjoying it because I like art house films. I'm a douche like that, whatever.
Hippie fag?
What's that?
I was thinking hippie fag, or?
And so my wife's watching it with me, and I don't know why I'm telling you this, but she banged me for a good 14 seconds. I blew it, and she fell asleep. So there's that story.
Oh, I thought you were going to say she got turned on by Robert Duvall or something.
No, I think she was. No. The story is, I think she got so
I want him to
bored
be
by the
father of my
movie,
children.
she fucked her way out of it.
Oh, I like her a lot more now.
Yeah, I think she was just like, fuck, how do I get out of this? I'll sacrifice my body for a few seconds.
You know, that movie was such a fucking flop that it caused American Zoetrope Pictures, the one that Francis Ford Coppola started, to go out of business. The distributors requested their money back.
Well, what's interesting is in an interview that I heard with George Lucas prior to me watching this, George blamed that company getting shut down on Francis Ford Coppola's ineptitude when it comes to business dealings. But I enjoyed it. I'm about halfway through, like I said, and then that cunt ruined it. And then I went and saw Ghost in the Shell when it first came out. Have any of you guys seen it?
Nope.
No, not
We
yet.
talked about it so many times down in Florida, but no, we didn't see it.
It's enjoyable. It's not like a mind fuck like Inception, but it's a serviceable action movie with great graphics. Scarlett Johansson is gorgeous, cool Tron-like soundtrack, and familiar but still rewarding beats in the story. I know it's not doing well financially. They're estimating it's going to lose X amount of millions of dollars. But listeners, if you're looking for something good to watch, because we're kind of in a drought right now, go fucking see Ghost in the Shell. It is worth $5 to $10. I don't know what your cities charge. Mine's $2.50 if you get there before noon. Jeff, yours,
$17.
yeah, yours is $17. I remember the one time I went to you and I was expecting, Plainwell prices, and I got it was ridiculous.
Yeah, I paid $20 to see episode 7.
Ooh.
So you could have seen it, 7 times for the time I saw it once?
No, eight times exactly I could have
Oh.
seen it. They don't charge tax. It's included in the ticket.
Man,
So
I don't know if I could have sat through it 8 times.
I did
You
literally
barely
8
sat through
times.
once.
I saw it 8 times in theaters. And that's it for the news. You guys take over because I've been talking a lot, and I know some of the faggoty-ass fans don't like it when I talk, so it's yours.
Well, let's close out the news with a couple of somber things. First off, Don Rickles died. He was old as shit, and you probably only know him from Toy Story, so whatever. But
He was a man.
he was a man. I'm sure he had a beard at some point in his life, Dan. But the person I'm sad that has passed was Charlie Murphy. So, listeners, I know a lot of the younger people probably have not watched Chappelle's Show, but I know Dion and Loudy and I and Dan to a lesser degree. Well, Dan, you've seen all the episodes, right?
I love Chappelle's Show.
Okay, we've never really watched it together. My point is, though, we all love Chappelle's Show, and Charlie Murphy's True Hollywood Stories were a huge part of Chappelle's Show. In 2004, you couldn't go anywhere without people saying, "I'm Rick James, bitch." So, Charlie Murphy... I'll put it like this. Charlie Murphy has been more relevant in the last 17 years than Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, I was just thinking that shit too. I was like,
Charlie Murphy!
Smack.
No, all joking aside, Dion, Eddie Murphy hasn't made a quality film since, 1999. And I'm going to say Bowfinger is the last decent Eddie Murphy movie. I love that movie. But Charlie Murphy, was just a huge part of pop culture for the longest time. After the Chappelle Show skits, he was in, a bunch of shitty movies, but he was still in stuff. And
yeah.
he was everywhere. So it's sad that he died. He was only 57. He had leukemia. My uncle has leukemia, so that's, rough on people. But, sorry to see Charlie Murphy go.
I'm sorry for your uncle too, man. It's actually kind of fucking fucked up.
Oh, well, I mean, he's been... Well, this isn't about my family. This is for Charlie Murphy.
Oh, fuck, man. Leukemia fucking killed him. I mean, my uncle's got leukemia. But no, I mean, fucking, Charlie Murphy, right? I'm like,
Charlie Murphy.
Fuck, dude.
I watched every Charlie Murphy True Hollywood Story on YouTube the other day.
Even his stand-up was pretty fucking good.
I'll have to check it out.
It is pretty funny.
I don't think it's on Netflix anymore, but
It is not.
I mean, it's not. I mean, if you can find a bunch of sites that just post up stand-up shit, and probably on YouTube as well. But it's actually, I can't remember what he called it, but I mean, he had a fucking mind for stand-up too, man. It fucking sucks that he's dead.
I mean, hopefully Eddie Murphy will come out and maybe make a good movie now. I don't know why, but maybe the death of his brother will inspire him to stop being lazy and fucking his way.
Yeah.
Here
I think
comes,
it's called I Will Not
Beverly Hills
Apologize.
Cop 3.
That sounds familiar, Dan.
What was it called, Dan?
I Will Not Apologize.
Oh, the stand-up. Okay, I thought I heard what Eddie Murphy would say to us. Like, Eddie, I feel like you owe me an apology, bro. Like, I supported you throughout the 90s by seeing your movies on tape.
As he hands you a Blu-ray copy of 1,000 Words, he says, "I will not apologize," and then just walks away.
I'm gonna say I'd rather take Beverly Hills Cop 3, bro. At least I know it's shitty. And there's nothing good about Beverly Hills Cop 3, Dion. We tried to watch it.
I know, but I mean, outside of he went over there. There's literally nothing about it. It's really a shitty movie. You on a coffee break, Jeff?
Go and get that son of a bitch. The fucked up part is, though, it was directed by John Landis, who
I know
was fucking untouchable for an entire decade. He did Animal House, Blues Brothers, Trading Places, that terrible skit in the Twilight Zone movie, Coming to America, Kentucky Fried Movie. John Landis is probably one of the best directors of all time. And then he did Beverly Hills Cop 3, and he pretty much has not directed anything of quality since then, if you even count that as a film with quality.
Mm-hmm.
So, fuck. Look it. Eddie Murphy, sorry for the loss of your brother. Charlie Murphy, I hope you're having fun with Prince and Rick James and, I don't know, heaven or hell? I don't know where the hell they are.
Probably.
You know their asses are in heaven. Fucking Jesus opened the gates and fucking first thing you hear is Charlie Murphy because there's Rick James.
The funny part is, as soon as the whole I'm Rick James bitch thing got popular, Rick James died.
Yeah.
Like that year.
That was sad.
That was fucked up.
So was he. He had a fucking $7,000 a day cocaine habit. That would kill you, Curtis.
It's a hell of a drug.
He's like,
You're gonna kill me with jealousy.
Okay, so listeners, I know the things you want us to talk about are these new trailers. So that's
Too bad.
Too bad. I would love to just troll these people for fucking 90 minutes where it's like, all right, we're going to talk about the trailers, but first, let us tell you about our trip to Florida. Oh, let me tell you about this. Let me tell you about that. And then it's like, well, next week we'll talk about the trailers. Good night. But, I don't really feel like losing 50 subscribers, All these, like, teenagers be like, come on, you lied to me. I'm like, whatever, dude. So anyway.
Welcome to the world.
Yeah, welcome to life.
Before we get started on the trailers.
Yes.
Before we get started.
Oh, my gosh.
I've got something to say.
I have 3 questions for all of you guys, and I would like
What's gonna? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I would like you all to answer them, and we're gonna go in a specific order. Who on this Skype thing has the ogre-looking mask as their icon?
That'll
be me.
Loudy.
Loudy. So Loudy, you're gonna go first to answer. Jeff, you're second. Dion, and then Dan. Okay. You need to answer honestly.
All
These
right.
are just
Okay.
a couple questions that popped into my head when I was not sober while you guys were in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Let's say we all wake up tomorrow, and every law is what?
I have to wake up tomorrow?
And we wake up tomorrow, and every law has been abolished. You can do whatever you want. Loudy, what is the first thing you do?
Probably go rob a bank.
Jeff?
Same thing. We're going to amass a bunch of money.
Dion?
Drive to Plainwell and beat the absolute shit out of you.
He's being honest.
And Dan?
I'm going back to bed. I'm staying where I am.
Good answer. So we all wake up tomorrow and every law is gone. Would you watch dogfighting? Loudy?
Sure, what the hell? Why not?
Jeff?
I'm gonna pass.
No, you have to answer.
No. I mean, I'm gonna pass on the dogfighting. Not pass on the question. I mean, I have no interest in watching dogfighting.
Dion?
I love dogs too much, man. I can't do it.
And Dan?
No, and I will choke somebody who makes me want to try and watch that.
Get in the
All right.
fucking car, Dan.
What
We're
And
going to
fans,
Del
make sure-
Taco.
Fans, make sure you're playing along too. I'm curious in all your answers. Final question. We're gonna again, Loudy to Jeff, Dion to Dan. Wake up, no loss tomorrow. What's the youngest you would go?
This sounds very much like
Next
a Dustin question.
Loudy?
Oh, we're still gonna stick with 18.
You drink spoiled milk too? Jesus.
I love my favorite part of that is the stutter is well, we're gonna stick with 18. Like a fucking politician answer. Your Honor, I'm gonna have to stick with 18.
Jeff, what you got?
See, here's the thing. I'm on a quest to bang an older lady now. So, like, I've been with an 18-year-old. I'm not really like, oh, whatever. So, I'm going to go, because here's the real question. Are the laws going to be abolished permanently?
Permanently. You wake up, and then from here on out, you can do whatever you want with no repercussions.
I really don't I don't want to bang someone young, though, because it's going to be weird for me, because we've lived our lives, like, oh, this is the age of this or that. I'll still feel like a piece of shit. So I'm just going to stick with 18 so I don't feel like a piece of shit when I'm robbing the bank earlier, the next day again.
You guys are the most
Jeff,
boring group of people I've asked this question.
Hold on. Jeff, if it makes you feel any better, there's something called ex post facto, which means if you did it before it was a law, then you still won't get in trouble for it.
Honestly, it's not about. I don't want to bang someone young. It doesn't excite me. Like, I don't need to feel like whatever. Like, I'm taking control. I'm a giant as it is. Everyone's gonna be smaller than me. I'm pretty much in control. Whatever I want to do as it is. So, I mean, I'll just stick with 18. I mean, I don't really want to do a grade schooler. My name's not Joel.
Konnichiwa,
so if you came across what's the redhead with the big tits?
Christina Hendricks?
Great. Let's see, Christina Hendricks gets in a time machine and travels back to when she's 15. Somehow, doesn't make sense. Go with it. 15-year-old Christina Hendricks, still with those giant titties. You wouldn't have sex with her.
But they're fake, so when she was 15, they weren't that big.
Are they fake? I thought those were natural.
There's photos of her back in the...
got off the rails. Oh, the fucking bullshit.
No, there's photos of her from back in the day, and she's flat as a board, dude.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to look her up because I didn't know what she looked like.
I love Christina Hendricks.
Yes, sir.
What's your number?
Oh, I think I have to start with... there's this really good friend of mine. I went to college with him. He's a really funny, smart guy. Talks a lot of shit. His name was Dustin McNeese. And I've had my eye on that hairy ball motherfucker. And with no laws, I'm going to fucking see if he is as fucking serious as he thinks he is. That's the first thing I'm doing is with a hard dick and a bottle of baby oil. That's my...
That is no fucking reason for this. He was asking about age.
Yeah.
So, how old was... I met him in 2007. 18?
God, you guys are, one, a bunch of liars, and two, boring.
You fucking asked me. I'm trying to prove
You said we had to be honest. I've never sat around and gone, ooh, I want to bang this 15-year-old girl. I've never had... It doesn't excite me. Well, even when I was a little kid, I liked older women. I mean, it was never really like a thing for me, like, oh,
Dan, I'm counting on you.
Good, you failed at that too. I'm going with 18, and Dustin's going to say he's going to go with 5.
Absolutely not. Jesus Christ, that's old.
That's all.
Oh, Jesus, man.
So, here we
I'm
go.
sorry, I mean, Curtis is going to say 5.
Okay. I've asked this to 3 groups of people, and honestly, the average age is 14 or 15.
The people you hang out with would say 14 or 15. That is not surprise a single motherfucker on this podcast.
Yeah, it was a NAMBLA meeting.
The North American Marlon Brando lookalikes?
That was actually really good off the fly.
Loudy strikes.
Good job, buddy. I was glad you said that.
My point is, you guys are going to tell me you wouldn't fuck the Cash Me Outside girl?
No!
I would stab her in the throat, but no,
I
I
will
wouldn't.
take her money since every law is abolished. I will take her money and smack her for being retarded, and that's as good as I don't want to bang a 14-year-old. Ooh.
She's 13, but
she's probably got like 11 STDs anyways.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she hasn't already taken a dick or 10. Like, what's one more?
Hopefully from other 14-year-olds or dudes who live in your neighborhood, but that's not the point. The point is...
Dudes that live in your neighborhood.
Don't what? You just stopped mid-sentence.
No, I said no. I just said no. That's like... Just no.
I heard you go,
just the thought of, I just remember, being in 8th grade and obviously wanting to fuck other 8th graders, but, being an adult and, they're running around and shit and they pick shitty shoes and have terrible choices in music and, listen to whatever the equivalent of Britney Spears is now. I'm just I don't know.
That's a better question for the show. What is the 2017 equivalent of Britney Spears?
I think
FAO.
the Cash Me Outside girl is probably a
she
reasonable
has music?
Thing. Yeah, she's on some shitty rapper's music video and shit where she has like a verse or something.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So fans, let us know how low you would go. Jeff, take us to the trailers.
All right. I think Dion's grabbing a beer, so real quick.
Do not comment if you would fuck someone. Don't do that, fans. Like for once in your fandom, do not put the phrase. I would fuck.
You know what? Augs for President could answer this, because
How old is Ox for president?
I'm not going to tell you on air. I'll tell you off air.
I can
7.
dig that.
I don't want to blow up his spot. He's the smartest 8-year-old there is in America.
God
close.
damn, man.
No, so when we were on vacation, okay, excuse me, before we went on vacation, the Justice League trailer dropped. And when we went on vacation, we planned to record a ton of world-class Bulshitters stuff, but we all got shit-faced every day. I think the first thing I did when I got to the house was crack open a bottle of wine on the balcony, and I drank it myself.
Sure did, because I joined you.
Yeah, man, we have problems. Anyway, the whole week continued to snowball into nothing but debauchery. It went from... And I'm going to tell you about the trip later. My point is, we didn't get shit done. So the Justice League trailer dropped. We're going to talk about it. Then the Spider-Man trailer came out. And we're going to talk about that, too. And then finally, 2 days ago, or was it yesterday?
2 days ago.
2 days ago.
2 days ago, the Thor Ragnarok trailer dropped. And we're going to talk about that one first, because this is world-class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. And when we're not talking about underage girls, we're talking about fucking entertainment.
Talking about things that actually matter.
Yeah. How about that? Anyway, so... Thanks, Loudie. You made me feel good about myself. So, we're going to talk about each trailer. I'm going to ask specific questions. We're going to do a round table. So, I'll pick the order for this. We're going to go Dustin. No, we're going to do Dion, Loudie, Curtis, and Dan. No, sorry. Dion, Loudie, Dan, and Curtis. Because
You need one more time to go over the order, buddy.
Dion, Loudie, Dan, and Curtis. Because that way we'll have a strong opener and a strong closer.
Gotcha.
Sorry, guys, but...
You other two suck.
Yeah!
If I could high five Cuckin, I would do that.
Well, you
I
can...
wouldn't do that. That 13-year-old on his hand.
Not until tomorrow, Dan. All right, so first was the Thor Ragnarok trailer. So I'll just say this. I thought this was an amazing trailer. I was so pumped after watching it because I like Thor. I've liked every Thor movie. Yeah, even The Dark World is mildly enjoyable for me. So this looks like it's going to be that plus, so much more. So first question is, what'd you guys think?
Honestly, I love the trailer. I wasn't too fond of the song they used for the trailer, but I feel like there was such a perfect amount of suspense built throughout the trailer. I mean, obviously to see fucking Asgard being washed over in a wave of flame, and then it starts out fucking Thor's all chained up, and he literally says what you're thinking, like, what the fuck is going on? And then it devolves into just quickly going through the events, and obviously, getting to the big surprise at the end. They even fucking his helmet that he has, and he pulls up and the ears come up, and and the thing I love about Thor is he has in my opinion, one of the best abilities to kind of pull comedic lines out of nowhere. So when at the end he's just like, "Yes, I know him from work," like you wouldn't. It fits so perfectly for the trailer. It fit that moment. Even in the trailer, it's really tense. And for him to bust out, "I know that dude from work." I literally laughed out loud when I heard that. Outside of the song choice, I fucking love this trailer. Not to mention, obviously, I'm like Jeff. I think Jeff kind of understood. I know that he likes the Dark World a little bit more than he says he does. I love the Thor movies. I love the Dark World. This one, I am for sure. This is the movie I'm most excited for 2017.
I would go so far as to say I think Thor is the most underrated of the first wave of Marvel movies.
Totally.
Because everyone's like, well, it's so dumb. He goes to Earth and blah blah blah. It's like, there's so much more going on in that movie. One, it sets up for the Avengers, and two, it's about a god learning how to become a human.
Right.
Most people don't pick up on
progression by far. The scene where he goes to pick up Mjolnir and he can't, and he just starts screaming like that. That scene made the whole first movie for me. It was great.
I like that. I like the supporting cast. I like how small it felt. He's in that small town in New Mexico. Mm-hmm. Look, I've reviewed all of them. I'm not reviewed, but I've ranked all the Marvel movies, and they're on the channel. If you really want to hear what I have to say about each Marvel movie, check it out. And I guess I'll have to redo that not after every Marvel release, but I'll do it once Infinity War comes out. I'll relist all the Marvel movies. So look for that. Loudy, what'd you think?
All right. Well, we all know that I haven't seen many movies in my life in comparison to you guys.
I thought you were just
So,
in general.
well, that too, I
You've seen
guess.
7 films, and 2 of them are Samurai Cop.
And one of them's The Room.
Oh, God. I hope the next 4 are good.
Yeah, me too. But no, after watching the trailer, because I just freshly watched it, it was very exciting to watch. I definitely, it makes me intrigued, and as you know, we previously stated, I'm not really heavy into the comic book scene like you and Dion are, but so it's got me asking questions like, who's this woman that just broke Thor's hammer, and who the fuck are these people over here? And it gets me excited to want to watch something like that, to kind of learn and get into this universe, which then leads me into saying I need to watch the first 2 Thor movies apparently now. So
You do? Like, I'm just gonna tell you though, I went back to watch the first Iron Man yesterday because I got these people here working on the house, so I can't really get too much done because of the noise. So I put it on when I was drawing, and man, it is so bizarre to go back and watch Phase 1 of these movies. Iron Man's still great, but go back and think of 2011. We hadn't had the Avengers. We hadn't had... Wait, is Thor 2000?
You mean 2008?
No, Thor. I'm thinking of Thor when he goes back to watch...
Oh, gotcha.
Is Thor 2010 or 20... No, Thor's 2010.
11. Oh...
Isn't it November 2010? Because Captain America was the last one before Avengers, right?
You're right. No, you're right. Because Captain 11 was the same year as... You're right.
Yeah,
oh, wait, no, because it was early 2000... No, you're right. 2011 was the first Avengers.
Thor's 2011.
Oh, it is?
Oh, wow.
Thor's 2011.
Oh, okay. Then I guess Captain America came out like a few months later. Okay. Anyway,
now
just remember, when you watch it, remember, this is a pre-Avengers world. You had only seen Iron Man 1, 2, and the Incredible Hulk, so... If you can get into that mindset, I think you'll enjoy it. Pay attention to him.
I can do that now. Now, my other thing is I'm going to disagree with Dion. I like the fact that they used the Immigrant Song because it is a very kick-ass song, and I feel like it did fit that. So that's my only disagreement with Dion.
I'm going to ask you guys what was your favorite part, your least favorite part, and a few other questions. So when you just tell me what you thought of the trailer, just a brief overall. Dan?
Sure.
I liked it.
Perfect. Curtis?
Would have liked it more if it wasn't spoiled for me. The joke at the end.
Oh, the Hulk?
Yeah, because the article that I clicked on that took me to actually watch the video, for some reason, had the joke in the title.
Fuck those.
Oh, God.
Fuck those guys, man.
Sucks. I'm sorry, buddy.
No, it's yeah. I couldn't help it. I was just scrolling through Yahoo News, and then it had the fucking the joke as the title, and so I watched it, and that joke was still funny, but I was like, man, I would have appreciated that a lot more had I not known that was what he was going to say.
I think one of our listeners, Eddie Cantillo, shout out to him, posted the trailer, and the image was of either the Hulk or it was that image of Thor chained up where he was spinning around.
It was the image of Thor.
Okay, so I'm watching the trailer, and then all of a sudden, the Hulk pops up, and he goes, yes! And I just started cracking up. That was so fucking funny. Okay, first question. What was your favorite part, Dion?
I think I'd have to say hair catching Mjolnir and breaking it, and then... Because obviously, there's a risk when you do that. Obviously, you're risking one of the huge... plot devices, but even in the trailer to see that, and for me to be, especially, I didn't read a lot of Thor, but obviously being a comic book fan, I was like, holy shit, that's fucking Thor's whole thing there. So that's, for me, I literally was like, oh. So that by far is my favorite part of the whole trailer.
Loudy?
Favorite part, I'm gonna have to say, is definitely the joke that was there at the end, where where he gets all excited, and definitely the use of the Immigrant Song.
Dan?
I liked when Hulk showed up. The joke at the end was my favorite part.
Curtis?
I gotta agree. Even though it was spoiled for me, the joke perfectly summarizes what makes Thor's character endearing, and he has, even though he's this god, he has like almost a youthful innocence to him, and I think that's a really compelling characteristic.
See, I wrote down in my notes that the Hulk was my favorite part, but I'm going to bring up one other part just to, change it up a little. So that part where Hela turns around and she's got the big headpiece, like the spiked headpiece.
Mm-hmm.
First, that just looked like a real life comic panel, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Because that's the one thing Thor has done right in every movie, and people really can't dispute this. The cinematography and like the visuals have always been top notch, even though people don't consider Thor, an A-list movie character. Well, outside of the Avengers movies, and this one just continues that. Yeah, the shot of Asgard was cool, but when she just turned around, that was awesome to me. That's the one thing that stood out. Like I can close my eyes and I can see that in my mind. I can't really see a lot of the other shit, but that's the one. So, Dion, I know your answer already, and it's my answer too. What was your least favorite part?
Obviously, the use of the immigrant song for the trailer was my least favorite part.
Loudy?
Least favorite part is probably his new look. I'm not sure how I feel about short-haired Thor.
Dan?
The fact that Thor didn't have arm hair.
I can't believe that's a fucking thing right now.
Seriously.
But what happened?
People on the internet, SJW cucks, are bitching that Thor doesn't have hair under his armpits.
Who cares?
That's my thought. I have never watched a trailer and thought, why does that man not have enough body hair? I've never had that thought.
It might be because we're so conditioned with pro wrestlers that we just think that's how people normally look.
That's actually not a bad point at all, dude.
Or you could be
that
like,
actually makes a lot of sense.
or you could be like me, who has like no body hair. So this is what I see every day. So, sorry, I'm not. I can't grow a beard. Dion knows.
Yeah, welcome to the club, man.
Yeah, the Led Zeppelin was okay. I mean, it was my least favorite part of a really great trailer, but whatever. It is weird how they're trying to make Thor like Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's not weird. They see dollar signs. I mean, at the end of the day, they're... Oh, God!
What?
I just
He said
that.
at the end of the day.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's why I said I was like, you piece of fucking shit.
Oh, my
I had to
God.
deal with fucking Loudy stealing it all fucking weekend in Florida. Don't do that, man.
You guys
Wait,
have
what?
At the end of the day, that's a terrible thing to do.
You've broken me. But
Dude, I've been saying at the end of the day for years.
I don't like Led Zeppelin because the people I know who like Led Zeppelin.
Oh God.
I feel like that's the Steve Today show. The people that I know who like
a bunch
this
of
are
artsy
trash.
shit.
The people I know who like Led Zeppelin are all a bunch of stoners who like really
Pedophiles.
that their fucking minds are just like, I'm cool with pedophiles. They think their minds are within everyone, and they're just like they think they're so fucking deep, and they listen to Led Zeppelin, greatest fucking band ever, man. And I'm just like, fuck you.
When I think of Led Zeppelin, I think of smelly white dudes that are drinking like shitty beer. Because those are the
like
people
cucking.
I know. What?
We like cooking.
I've never seen him drink a beer.
You've seen him do a lot of other fucked up shit.
Never drink a beer.
I drank for the first time since St. Patty's Day 2012, which coincidentally was with you guys.
Yeah, we love you.
You were at that party?
Yeah.
The 2012 one.
Yeah, and that was the last time I drank because I did Jello shots and drank, and then you guys kept telling me to stay. And then you guys fell asleep, and then I drove home and just kept puking. Like I'd have to pull off on off-ramps, open my door, puke, get back on the highway, and I did that for an hour and a half.
I don't remember. I remember you being at the 2013 party, but not at the 2012. I guess I was that drunk.
Yeah, well, we had a corporate event a few weeks ago, and I drink Moscato. Is that a thing?
Yeah, wine.
What,
Yeah,
you 7? Is it
Moscato.
Moscato? Is that what it's called, Mom?
Mosquito?
Yes, you little shit.
I hope D2 asks you questions about the beer you drink. You call him a little shit. Yeah.
Dad, what is that? Miller? What's Miller Lite?
Miller Lit? Myler Lit?
Myler Litte.
Myler Lit? Shut up, you little. Get the fuck out.
Dad, is this Myler going to be lit?
Did you get on Skype again with cooking? Get the fuck out of my face.
Loudy, are you going to drink a Myler Litte with some filet mignon?
Oh, I would definitely have my Myler Lite with some filet mignon, sir.
Nah, I mean, okay, so Led Zeppelin wasn't it for the trailer. So here's the most obvious question. Were you guys happy to see the Hulk? We can all just answer in unison. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now here's my counter question. Were you happy to see Loki?
Of course. No. Oh, you weren't?
No. I think to me, he's no different than fucking Tony Stark. They both pop up way more than they should, and people like them way more than they should.
My only argument is that he's the brother of Thor. So why
Fine.
wouldn't he be there?
Well, the only
I have a brother. You guys never talk to him, you dicks.
Well, you've never introduced
Good.
us. Well, at least me.
Well, look, I'll counter this with the biggest question I have in the MCU right now is what happened to Odin? Because if you remember at the end of the Dark World, Odin had disappeared and Loki had taken his place. So ever since I saw the Dark World, that's the only thing I had thought about. Where's Odin? What's going to happen? Now we know that Loki is going to be following Thor to whatever battle world with Jeff Goldblum, and I'm interested.
I just love that statement.
That was the
Yeah,
best
Goldblum.
way to describe it.
Gold-
Don't ever say I'm not descriptive on this podcast.
Never.
Some eagle-eyed somebody on the internet pointed out is if you look closely at the room that Jeff Goldblum and Loki are hanging out in, they have the Fantastic Four comic book panels pasted on, they blew up a comic book panel and glued it to the wall, essentially.
Damn.
I saved the link. I'll send it to you guys in the Skype chat before the show's over. But for real, they showed the exact panel of Fantastic Four, and they showed the Thor trailer, and it's right on it. So I thought that was pretty fucking cool. I wish we would see the Fantastic Four show up in Infinity War, but that's just me. Okay,
God damn it. They need to have a movie that's done right first.
no, but,
Eat a dick, Dijon.
Don't be gay about it.
Don't be gay, though.
Shut the fuck! Oh my god, I can't handle that. I'm glad the trip's over for that one. Seriously, Curtis, every 5 minutes, don't be gay. Fucking kiss me on the mouth. Don't be.
What?
Stop talking.
Oh,
Well, don't be gay.
When do tickets go on sale for next year?
November.
November.
That's what I thought.
Just make sure that Curtis and Nick aren't anywhere near each other, else Nick will actually get raped.
He's not dark enough.
See, you say that now, but wait till you meet him in person. Dion and I thought so.
Chris?
Yep.
So, does this trailer make you want to see the film more or less?
Definitely,
Dion?
definitely more. Definitely.
Loudy?
Oh, totally. More.
Djokovic Kane?
I don't even want to see the movie anymore. It's just cute. Don't ask that question. That's stupid.
Curtis?
It's fake news.
My wife's gonna drag me there anyway, so
You know you'll have a good time.
Better than divorce court.
I would love me some Maybelline Ephraim on my face.
What a fucking
She's gonna be like, Curtis, we're gonna go see the movie, and then we're gonna go to divorce court.
No, it's you.
Yeah, but I love that show.
I love it.
Okay, now here's the big question, and I know this is controversial, but I'm just going to put it out there. Could this outperform the Justice League? Now, hear me out. So, before I thought,
Yes.
Justice League's got the name, brand recognition, whatever. But after this trailer, I'm going to say it's a possibility. Because here's my reasoning. If Guardians of the Galaxy 2 makes as much money as they're hoping, and Spider-Man does well, Marvel's going to have all this goodwill leading into November. Now, if those two things happen, Thor is going to have a huge opening weekend, and I think he could hold out Justice League, which is going to die when Star Wars comes out. So if those two build-up movies, then Thor are good, Justice League is going to get fucked in the ass like it deserves. Dion, what do you think?
I think it's laughable to suggest that the Justice League is gonna do better than the Ragnarok. For fans, you know how I feel about Zack Snyder and the DCEU. Feel free to comment if you agree or not. What the fuck ever. I'm over the DCEU. I think at this point they've done so much damage to that same brand name that you just brought up. I think that at this point, especially with the trailer, obviously we'll talk about that next, but with a lackluster trailer, fucking followed up by a phenomenal trailer with Ragnarok, I think that the Justice League is going to end up just like fucking Suicide Squad. It's going to be, they'll throw out the #1 movie in the world, and then literally a week and a half later, nothing.
I mean, I'm not excited for Episode 8, but Star Wars is going to rape that fucking movie.
It's gonna fucking beat it like the redheaded stepchild. I think if anyone were to say Justice League has a chance against Ragnarok or Star Wars, they're fucking stupid, and they know that they're fucking wrong. They know that they are.
Loudy.
I mean, let's be real. Fucking Justice League has no chance in hell. If look, God, I can't even fucking talk. Shit. Let's try that again.
Are you
No,
triggered?
it has. Oh, so trigger right now. Oh my god. But no, seriously. I mean, if you remember what fucking awful bullshit we got with jokes that were Suicide Squad and fucking Batman versus Superman, you know you're gonna get the exact same bullshit product. All they tried to do was copy and paste Avengers with their fucking with what they're doing to the point where it's, and we'll go more into that when we get to the next trailer, but it's got no fucking chance.
Dan,
No.
it will not beat the Justice League?
No, Justice League's dead.
Oh, okay. Curtis, close it out.
Justice League will beat Ragnarok by at least $150 million.
I hope you fucking eat shit and die.
No, I'm being realistic here. I
am too.
think we're getting kind of in dangerous territory, kind of like SJWs, where they live in their own little bubble. I'm scared that's kind of where we're heading because we love Marvel. We followed all the movies except for Loudy. For some reason, he's on the podcast. And
Pays me.
But Justice League has Batman, the assumption that Superman's going to show up, Wonder Woman, Flash. When the average moviegoer, they're going to want to see the most number of superheroes in one movie. So you look at Ragnarok, you got Thor and Hulk that are familiar, maybe Loki if they've seen the movies. Beyond that, it looks like a weird space fantasy, and that's not everyone's cup of tea. For us it is. For us it works and it's entertaining, but for the average moviegoer, they know Flash, they know fucking Batman, all these other characters. Do I think Ragnarok will be a better movie? Probably. But I think that we're getting a little narrow-minded. More people are going to go see Justice League because it is an Avengers ripoff than a two-man team set in space like Thor Ragnarok.
See, I disagree with you there because you said they know the Flash. They know the Flash from the TV show. That is not the same Flash. Like, I've met people that go, oh, that's the... Who was that guy in Batman v Superman? I think DC's done so much brand damage already, and it's widely known that those movies are shit. People don't like Suicide Squad. People don't like Batman v Superman, and Man of Steel is a fucking forgotten movie. I mean, Superman's basically a punchline nowadays. Do I hate him? No, I don't. But I think we live in a world where if Guardians of the Galaxy, an unknown property, can make, what, $750 million, and people... Basically, if you see that fucking red block logo that says Marvel... people are going to line up to see it. And I think with the internet, people are more informed. Plus, you know, Thor's been out for fucking, 7 years or 6 years now. And women are going to go see Chris Hemsworth because they find him hot. Guys like us are going to go see it because we like the other movies and he's legitimately funny. And, I mean, you got a great cast. The Justice League doesn't have a great cast. You got an okay Superman, a wooden Wonder Woman, not the best Batman, a Flash that's ugly as shit, a poorly CGI'd Cyborg, and a fucked up, who else is on the fucking team? Aquaman, a brown Aquaman. Like, people are going to go, who is that guy? Like, I think it's so far from what the people know as the Justice League that the name alone is not going to sell. And I think we live in a world where DC has gone by the wayside. And if this was a strictly Batman film, I'd say Batman would beat it. But it's not just Batman. We got to see what Wonder Woman does. If Wonder Woman's a stinking pile of shit, who's going to rush out later in the year to see her again? Like, for example, if, I don't know, if the first Iron Man was garbage, the MCU would have died and there would have never been an Avengers movie. So, I do know why you say we might be seeming like fanatical over it, but I think my reasoning is a little more sound, not more sound than yours, but there's a method to my madness. Like I said, if Guardians makes a ton of money, if Spider-Man's a hit and makes a ton of money, people are going to be on this high. They're going to be so excited. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I'm saying I think people are going to be so excited by the prospect of this. And that's what's
and to kind of lead off that, not only, I mean, I fucking agree. Oh my God, Jeff, let me see your cock. But
this isn't Florida anymore, bro.
To go off of that, it's got Batman. You're true. Superman's gonna come back. That is, bro, that is super true. You had a movie where they fucking fought. You had a movie where they were supposed to, it was called Batman vs Superman. And the most memorable thing about that movie is the fucking meme afterward of sad Batman. So even if You take away the other Marvel movies. Oh shit, this is the sequel to that movie where Ben Affleck was super sad and said, "I agree." I can't wait to go see that fucking lard of shit. Like what? Like, and again, and you may be right. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised. Obviously, luckily DC has the animated movies to kind of fall back on at this point as far as cinematic movies. And hey, I wouldn't. I mean, whatever. If it makes more than Thor, so be it. But I just at this point, they've had chance after chance. You literally had a movie where Batman fought Superman. You copy one of the best comic book stories of all time. You took a shot, and you fucking missed.
And I think one thing you got to take into account, Curtis, is Star Wars comes out, 3 weeks later? I don't think Justice League could make enough money in that time. Plus, you're getting closer to the holidays. Like, Thor comes out the 3rd of November. It's that post-Halloween, people still have enough time to go out. Justice League's, the 21st of November? We're the week before Thanksgiving. And people are probably busier, around the holidays. And then Star Wars is going to come out. And I really think Star Wars is going to hurt its business. Because, unlike us, a lot of people have limited resources to see a movie. They might go, well, I can see 2 movies this year, or this time of the year. I got holiday bills to pay. So maybe they like Marvel, so they see that. Or they're going to go see Star Wars because it's fucking Star Wars.
Ha! Poor people.
Yeah, I mean, not everyone has the luxury of a $2.50 movie ticket. I mean... If movies were $2.50 here, I would see every movie that comes out. And I'm serious. I'd see every fucking thing, and I would review it for this show. But I don't have that luxury, and I think,
I think that's a blessing.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, we would have saw the Belko experiment already. That would.
God, I wanted to see that, too.
I did, too. I wish we wouldn't have got so... Okay, I'm never going to say that again. I wish we would have got drunk, but we would have went out more in Florida.
I called it, man. I was like, if we end up not really going anywhere, I'm not going to be that mad. And sure enough,
it was the greatest trip I've ever been on. I'll get into that later. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to say about the Thor Ragnarok trailer? I just would like to say I was excited for this movie. Now I'm really pumped for November.
I didn't get to say this, but I agree. I don't like the haircut. I'm used to Thor with the long hair, being in the comics, being in the movies. I think the short hair looks stupid on him. As do I think the 2 red marks down. I think he looks stupid. I think this is the dumbest looking Thor that I've seen. I'm still going to see the movie. I still like the other stuff, but I'm not going to give that a pass. It looks like crap.
I agree with you 100%. I was nervous that it was going to be a choice he made. I'm just guessing the people on that battle world do it to him. So
yeah, there was a quick flash in the trailer of him getting tied down and then buzzing it. So kind of like Natalie Portman in V for Vendetta.
But I'm with you, man. I don't like it. I don't think it's a good design choice. But hopefully, when Infinity War rolls around, and next year he's back to his normal, Goldilocks look.
It separated him from everyone else. Everyone else has short hair in the Avengers. It was nice to see a guy with long hair. Again, pro wrestling. You need the variety.
You remember when everyone wanted Triple H to play Thor?
I was on that bandwagon too. I felt so stupid when I watched Thor. I was like, you know what? He would be a good Thor. Then I saw it. I was like, wow, I feel like a fucking idiot.
I agreed that he looked like he could play the part, but then I'm like, it's Triple H. He can barely cut a promo that's interesting. How the fuck is he going to carry a film?
Let me tell you, Odin, I am the game. Thor.
Everyone would have to be 58 years old.
I am Thor, and we're gonna go and beat up Loki.
No, it should have been, I am Thor, son of Odin, brother of Loki. And then somebody like, Nokia? No, Loki. Oh, and then that would have been the joke. All right, so that was the Thor Ragnarok trailer. Now, in my notes, we were going to talk about Spider-Man next, but these guys seem pumped up to talk about Justice League. Do you want to take it there and then on a happy note, or do you want to get through...
Let's take JL. Let's go JL.
All right, Justice League it is.
Oh, fuck, I agree with Dustin.
All right, so, the first question I'm going to ask you guys is, what did you think? I thought this trailer was retarded. And I mean that in the nicest way possible. I'll get into it more, but there was one part I liked, and so much I hated. This movie, God, I feel like DC can't win for trying. So, Dion, overall thoughts?
I fucking thought that this was a trailer for the Justice League video game. I was like, is this a video game based on the movie? Because you know how we had the Iron Man 2 video game and the graphics were kind of shitty and they looked like shitty computer graphics, and you were kind of like, I'm not really gonna buy that. I literally thought it was a video game, and I'm like, oh shit, this is the movie. And I'll at least give them credit for, since we mentioned wrestling, keeping kayfabe. Like, hey, in this world, they think Superman's dead. We're gonna market this first trailer as Justice League without fucking Superman. Deal with it. So I at least will give them an A for effort. But everything looked like the shitty version of Sucker Punch. It's everything so CGI, and then that stupid ass, oh man, what's your superpower? I'm rich. I really wanted to fucking punch Ben Affleck in the face. I was like, who wrote that line? Who wrote that line? Like, I'm Batman. I got a Ferrari. That's my superpower. And then Cyborg looks like fucking garbage. And as much as I love Jason Momoa, him jumping on the bat, like, it looked so shitty. I was like, that's a video game I'm not gonna buy. And then
and you bought Iron Man 2.
I bought Iron Man 2, so that is fucking.
I live with you. Right, I know.
Yes, I lost my shit over that game. This movie is making me madder than I was playing Iron Man 2. It looks like that trailer did not look good.
Dude, let's not lie. You had a great time playing Iron Man 2. Hillary and I would try to get you to go out with us to the bar, and you'd be like, hold on, one more fucking level, and your ass is flying around in the fucking War Machine armor. It was
frustrating as shit though, because I got to the end and like I just randomly, it was fuck that movie. God damn it.
That is why we took your copy of the game and hid it. Because fuck you, that's why. No, but back to the Justice League. This thing looks like a fucking cliche. Like, this movie looks like a 2-hour cliche. Like, I hate Zack Snyder movies with a fucking passion. Loudy, what did you think?
I thought just by first glance that it was a fucking cheap Avengers ripoff, and that, I feel like, is all it's going to fucking amount to.
If you even look at the poster, the Avengers poster is a black and bluish silver logo. It says Assemble. Justice League, same color scheme, Unite. What's the difference? Nothing. Dan, what'd you think? That's probably what you'll be doing this November. Curtis.
What was the song that played in that trailer again?
The fucking Beatles. I hated it.
It was the Beatles?
Isn't Come Together the song that played in the trailer?
Okay, yeah. The trailer itself pissed me off because it's that goddamn cliche thing they do nowadays. They take a popular song, and then as the song builds up, they drop the song so you can get a punchline in, and then it picks up again and the action goes, man. Like, I'm sick of that formula. I'm sick of these formulaic fucking... I defend DC a lot, but all their trailers follow the same pattern. You have popular songs, you either use the original or you go a sad acoustic version, you stop it at the jokes, you make sure to end the trailer with a joke, and you have at some point guns firing to the rhythm of the percussion of the song. Like, I'm sick of seeing the same goddamn thing. Trailers didn't used to be all like that, and now that's all they spit out. I am sorry for ranting.
No, you need to, because
don't ever be sorry.
This is the portion of the show where we bitch, because I got a lot of shit on this trailer, and I'm with you. I'm glad you brought up the whole gunfire to percussion, because I think of that fucking Suicide Squad trailer. That I hate where we are in entertainment right now. I got drunk and I went on this whole spiel about entertainment and the ADD society, and you guys should go back and listen to that video. It's what replaced last week's podcast. Apparently, you guys loved it. I was drunk. I don't recall what I said, and I don't like to listen to myself drunk. But I do want to say we're in this really sad state where it's style over substance, and DC is... the style's shitty. Like, I don't like the designs for most of this shit. And then you get the CGI. You were talking about a video game, Dion. The city looks laughably fake that they're driving from. It looks like Sin City and 300 mixed Justice League.
Yeah.
It's garbage. I got other questions to ask about this trailer. Like, what did you like? I liked nothing. There was no favorite part. I remember watching this trailer going, okay. I could, Curtis, you're talking about the people that that would like this movie. You don't like those types of people. Yep. I know the shitty, douchey, white trash people that would love this movie, and I don't like them. And I'm just like, oh, you know what, Roman? I know you'd love this fucking movie because you're a DC shill. Dan knows who I'm talking about. This guy we see at conventions, he goes on and on about DC movies. Oh, I love them, man. They're the greatest thing ever. What the fuck have you watched, dude? They're formulaic. They're stupid. They're bad. They're just fucking bad. So, Dion, what was your favorite part? Didn't have one?
Fuck, man. Relatively speaking, I really liked. Shit, I got nothing, dude. I tried. I fucking tried. I mean, I guess I'd say, Aquaman. Like I said, I like Jason Momoa a lot. I tolerated him jumping off the Batmobile part. I guess. It's just I feel like the trailer right now. It's so hard for me to focus on parts of the trailer because there's so much shit in it. So I'm trying to recall what I liked about Aquaman, and all I can think of is just like shitty CGI, shitty jokes, him yelling, and then final scene of them all together, and he spins the fucking hydrant. Jason Momoa is my favorite part of the trailer. I'll end on that.
Loudy?
I had no favorite part of that trailer.
Dan?
When it ended.
Good answer. Curtis?
We've been recording for about an hour and a half, and I watched the trailer right before we went live, and I don't remember anything but the things I hated.
I watched it. What did it drop? 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
2
weeks ago.
I watched it the minute it. Well, not the minute. Obviously, I'm exaggerating here, but as soon as it came out, within 20 minutes, I had seen it. I remember I was sitting in my car in a parking lot, and I was like, "Oh, okay, this is gonna be a trailer," and it was a trailer of shit. There's nothing to get pumped for. Like, listeners down in the comments, if you have legitimate reasons why you're excited for Justice League based on this trailer, not I grew up with the cartoon, I like Batman, all this other dumb shit that's not relevant to the trailer, like, tell me what in this trailer got you excited. Because here's the thing, I want to like DC movies. I'm like Dion. Like, I grew up with these characters. I want to like Batman. I mean, we used to live in a world.
They broke us.
Well, a mere 9 years ago, we lived in a world where we had Iron Man and a great Batman franchise. Like, you know, up until Avengers, the DC movies were like slim, but they were decent. You know, Dark Knight Rises gets an unjust rap, but you know what? It's still better than anything post it. You know, like, it's better than Man of Steel, BVS, Suicide Squad, the rumored Gotham City Sirens movie, which is going to be directed by Joss Whedon. Like, we lived in a golden age of comic book movies for DC and Marvel, and now it's just all Marvel all the time, and DC's a fucking joke.
Well, and to kind of go back to Dustin's quick point on or fucking cucking, god damn it, his point on fuck the trailer, god damn it. His point on Suicide Squad. That first trailer for Suicide Squad was awesome. I love the Joke Is On Me song. I love how it was like dramatic. And I mean, it was very reminiscent of the trailers for the Nolan Batman movies, you know, and it was there's slow-mo, and it shows the goons going through the office shooting motherfuckers from the dead. Like, that trailer was awesome. So there's evidence that DC knows what they should do. And then the follow-up trailer, that trailer that Cuckin brought up, the shitty fucking popular song and matching up the action to the beat of the music. It's like, so you went from, okay, we're gonna tease you, and that's what pisses me off. We're gonna tease you with, hey, we know what we're doing, and then immediately, oh fuck, panic. This is what we think works. And the Justice League trailer is one more piece of evidence of how DC's like, you know what? How many times can I shoot myself in the foot before they take the fucking gun away from me?
I feel bad that this is like the Justice League, because here's one thing I did in comparison, to be fair. I went back and I watched the very first Avengers trailer. Just because we, you know, similar time frame of like from trailer to release. And first I'd like to mention the shitty CGI for Cyborg. Everyone goes, well, it's just early CGI. No, they don't release pre-finished CGI. They'll do a pass and it'll be like complete. But if there's a lot of negative backlash, they'll go and add more or refix it or redo it. So what you people saw, if no one complained about it, would be the final CGI for Cyborg. So please don't use that as an excuse, you know, because it just looked bad. I'm sorry that your green screen movie had bad green screen in it. But that just brings to the point, like, I watched that first Avengers trailer, and it did have a pop song in it. I don't remember what it had, but it still felt grandiose because it showed massive destruction on a wide scale. It showed all kinds of crazy shit, and it didn't spoil too much. Now I'll give the Justice League trailer credit; it didn't spoil anything, like plot point wise. We kind of get it that Batman is going to assemble the team, much like Nick Fury did for the Avengers, and then they're going to fight parademons and Steppenwolf and shit like that. Fine, but it looks so small. I feel like they need to be going into space and doing all kinds of shit. Superman needs to fight, in an epic battle and win this time. Like, this movie feels like Nick got the rights to make the Justice League, but he didn't have the budget to make it. So he just made it in a fucking room with bad costumes and a fucking green screen. Like, this movie looks like Sin City and 300. It doesn't look like they're in any locations, Like, the one place that looked like a real location was Wonder Woman spinning around on the floor. Other than that, it looks like a fucking video game, and a bad one at that.
Yeah, I just hate this go down with the shit mentality that they have with Zack Snyder-esque movies. This, we want it stylized, and we want the lens to be cloudy, and it's fucking, and it's not a whole lot of color. It's a lot of gray, and it's fucking fast paced. Zooming in and it's zooming out to wide frame shots, and fuck, man. It's gonna work. It hasn't worked yet, but I hate that mentality, and I fucking hate that it's this property that deserves so much better. I mean, it drives me crazy. Like, you just, instead of following the formula that works, I mean, yeah, you kind of be copying the formula with the Avengers, but their movies made over $1 billion. Fucking at least do that. Fucking do that. But do
it right. Okay?
Right.
Like, here's the thing about the Avengers. The Avengers had 4 years of build-up. They built a brand. They had a likable actor in Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr.'s career came back because of Iron Man. Ben Affleck's career didn't come back because of Batman. Henry Cavill is still kind of a nobody. Like, unless you like Man from U.N.C.L.E. or the few things he's been in. Like, I hate to break it to him. I mean, I think he's a decent actor, but he really is a nobody in the grand scheme of things. Gal Gadot is a nobody. I don't care how much people want to say, oh, she's Wonder Woman, she's blah, blah, blah. Wonder Woman hasn't been relevant since the fucking 70s. Sorry to break your heart. There's nobody, like, that people are pumped to see.
Except for all the dragon fuckers that like Jason Momoa.
True, but are the dragon fuckers enough to make this movie a box office sensation?
I'm sure they are, because they like... there's so many people that watch that fucking Game of Thrones garbage.
Yeah, but I don't... But is there a crossover? My aunt loves Game of Thrones. She would never go see the Justice League. And I mean, she loves Game of Thrones. Like, it's stupid how much she loves the show. Like, that's all she talks about is Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones.
I noticed.
She fucking lives for that show. But unless somebody was taking her, or somebody called her and asked her to take them to the movie, she would have no interest in seeing the Justice League. So I think Game of Thrones skews a little older, and I think the Justice League is going to try to skew at, like, that 13 to retarded age group, just, right there.
13 to retarded.
It's perfect.
There's a range right there.
Yeah, it's shit or shit. Now here's the... Okay, so we all hated the trailer. We didn't have a favorite part. Does anyone have a least favorite part that pissed them off the most?
Fucking Flash. What's your superpower? I'm rich. I'm like, fuck you. Fuck you.
I'm rich, bitch.
Please.
Donnell Rollins did it best, you piece of shit.
Do not sully the good name of Chappelle's show when comparing it to the Justice League. Loudy, favorite part or least favorite part?
Least favorite part. I probably have to go with Dion on this one. The fucking, what's your superpower? It's just no.
Dan?
Pick one.
All right, I'm gonna say the whole trailer for Dan. Curtis?
I'm going to quickly defend the Batman thing, because hasn't everyone said that in real life, actually? Like, when we get in arguments.
Dumb shit, but I would never take what you say and turn it into a fucking movie.
My least favorite is, we've talked about it extensively, Cyborg's movements. Not necessarily the look of his suit, but the movements felt really unnatural, even for a robot. Just like, they don't have the physics down, and it made me, I just didn't like it.
I could see that 100%. And by the way, it should have been Green Lantern. If you have to have your black character on the team, it should have been Jon Stewart as the Green Lantern.
Yep.
Cyborg is a garbage character who I firmly believe is only thrown on this team because they need a black character, and Green Lantern's brand recognition has been damaged because of that fucking Ryan Reynolds movie. So
Do you think they don't want to use him because his name's Jon Stewart? I know it sounds funny, but
could be.
Right? Because like that'd be like having like a character named Donald Trump that isn't Donald Trump. Like,
No, I understand where you're coming from. That could be it, but I've saved the number one reason is the fucking 2011 Green Lantern movie being a steaming pile of shit is why they won't put Green Lantern in anything, because they're afraid. And by the way, I just had a realization that Josh Brolin played Jonah Hex, so this is his third comic book franchise.
I literally said, as long as it's not the Jonah Hex,
well,
Josh Brolin. I said that sentence in that manner. So I was like, as long as it's not Jonah Hex, Josh Brolin.
Hey, in my defense, I took my headphones out to go close my window, so I didn't hear you say that.
At that specific moment?
Yeah, I did, because all of a sudden,
all right, man,
a motorcycle drives by and I go, I want listeners to bitch
that
about
was
it.
no, I said it like the beginning of when we first talked about.
That's when I did it. That's when I did it.
Okay. All right.
He was preparing for the motorcycle.
Yeah. They keep driving by and it's hot as shit in this room, but whatever. So does this trailer make you want to see the film more or less? Dion?
To be honest, more. I want to see like how bad the full movie is. Like, I have no problem because I'm not going to see opening weekend. I want to wait
you're gonna see it opening night for the podcast, dude.
Oh fuck! I gotta do that. Yeah, that's true. I mean, like I said, I want to see. I guess before that realization, I really wanted to like wait until it was like, oh, it's the #1 movie of the weekend, and then like when nothing happens, read some Yahoo article, whatever, where it says, oh, it had a 67% drop in it. That's what I was like. I'll go see it now, but obviously when we see opening night, I just want to see how bad it is.
The only thing you're gonna see are like people praising Gal Gadot. Oh, Wonder Woman was so amazing.
And then I'll just wait till she says a line, and I'll be like, hey, what did she say? And they'll be like, I don't know.
Cardboard can act.
Gibberish? Is that Spanish? I don't fucking know.
Look, she is a cute woman, but man, she is so boring.
And she can't, she can barely speak what the fuck, DC?
Yeah, you speak American, bitch.
You could, I'm not saying American, but at least someone that would say, hey, I found this flash drive without fucking sound like they're fucking about to drop off cannolis at the fucking front. God damn.
I found the flash drive.
The flash, the flash. Where did you get to this? I'm like, shut the, what is she saying?
I don't know about you guys, but I heard cannolis and now I'm hungry.
Shut up, you Italian
I could eat.
bastard. You can't eat all the time.
I could eat.
Fuck you, I'm Italian. I want a cannoli.
Hey, I could eat.
I had cannoli one time and I hated it.
I fucking love cannolis.
Well, have your mom make some. I'm sure they're better than the ones I had at a buffet.
You fucking
Probably.
wacky piece of shit.
Damn right.
I'm really excited for June to hear everyone suck that movie's dick, even if it's garbage. Like I've been saying for almost a year, that movie is going to get praised by critics on the internet, no matter the quality of the film. And I think it'll probably do well enough to break even, and that's about it.
Why couldn't you pick someone that people who don't read? I can't let that go. People out, even we. I only read about fucking Wonder Woman when I'm reading a Justice League comic or a Justice League story. I don't read fucking Wonder Woman. So at least, for me, pick someone who I can understand. You're going to say something to Batman, or in this case, Captain Kirk. I want to be able to say, you know what? Yeah, Captain Kirk, why are you here? I don't want to have to look at the person next to me and be like, what did she say?
Or you could take the Michael Bay approach and just get someone so hot that everyone goes to see it to watch her jiggle in a fucking costume.
Exactly.
I would be very happy if, I'm trying to think of a busty brunette.
Shia LaBeouf.
Perfect. Shia LaBeouf to play Wonder Woman.
Shia LaBeouf.
I would go see that at a Curiosity twice.
You have fucking, she's fighting her mom, and she's about to have the final death stroke, and it's just Shia LaBeouf with a little ponytail and a tight t-shirt. Do it! Come on! Fucking do it! Yesterday
you said today.
Do
Don't
it!
let your dreams be dreams! Yes, you can.
He does the fucking diamond thing with his hands, and then she dies.
So wait, are you saying that he kills her with a diamond cutter?
Ugh!
Bang.
He flexes at her, and then like some fucking beam of light in the shape of a dick just hits her, and she dies.
And he's
No
still
way!
in his chest, but he has those fucking really high combat boots on still.
Oh my god. So, does anyone have anything else they'd like to say about Justice League? I think it looks like a dumpster fire, and the fanboy war. I wish Justice League was going head to head with Infinity War.
Oh, I know.
That's the one I'd love to see. I think Infinity War would wipe the floor with it. Like, some people would, I'll just go see both. I would only go see one just to fucking spite DC.
Oh yeah.
Like, I have no investment in this fucking thing. Like, if AMC offers an all-day event, like, come see Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Wonder Woman, and the Justice League. No! My answer is no. You people have gotten my money once for each of those films. Never again will I pay for Batman v Superman. And I don't want to give you my time. Those movies suck. I would rather do an entire Marvel Phase 1, 2, and 3 build up to Infinity War just because.
Dude, I would do that I would do that in a heartbeat.
Dan, if they offer all, what would it be like, all 20 movies, do you want to do it?
Fuck yeah, I do.
All right.
Start on fucking Wednesday and be done by midnight.
Yeah, on Friday?
Yeah.
Hey,
Fuck yeah, man.
If you want to go, I'll go. I'll do that. I feel like
At least we'll enjoy all the movies except Iron Man 2.
Yeah, I mean we do have to go get food at some point, so we'll just, go get food during Iron Man 2. No, but those are my thoughts on the Justice League. Fuck that movie. I think it's going to be so bad that it's not going to be good. It's going to divide the community.
What?
Curtis, you got anything else you'd like to say about it?
I'm not going to go see it unless I'm dragged to it, and the wife doesn't really like DC stuff, so let me know how it goes.
Oh,
Fans, comment on this video to make Curtis go see that movie.
if we can get up to 1 million subscribers, he will go see it twice. I'll just
Hashtag trap that bitch.
I'll just buy him 2 tickets. I'm like, you have to go.
Hashtag jiggity woohoo.
I think
I don't know,
people
as much I like Batman vs Superman's fine. I like it more than all of you guys do, but like Jeff brought up, there's nothing really compelling storyline wise to make me want to go see the next one. Like, I get that they're all connected, but they could be standalones and it'd still be fine. Like, there's no underlying plot driving me forward, so I'm superheroed out if I don't have to watch one. I'm not going to.
I'm far from superheroed out. I'm just DC'd out. They have not, dude. They've had 4 years to deliver a quality film, and I've never been entertained. Like, Dan was there when we went to see Batman v Superman. We looked over at each other so many times, and we're like, seriously? Like the fucking beginning when he got lifted up by the bats. I knew it was a dream. I was like, this is the kind of
Martha! As soon as that happened when he lifted him with the bats in the dream, I was just like, oh shit, it's this movie.
It's this kind of party, and it never got better. Okay, let me rephrase that. It got better for about 2 minutes during the whole 18 months ago Battle of Metropolis thing.
No.
The best part of that movie was the end of the last movie.
No, the best part of that movie is when they saves Clark's mom and she's like, I'm a friend of your son. I know, it's the cape.
Okay, that part was actually well written. Fine. Loudy, more or less, or whatever, anything else you'd like to say?
I got nothing, man.
Alright. So now comes the final trailer. I don't know if this is a trailer that made me the most angry. I don't know. Spider-Man Homecoming. So, as the listeners know, and as my friends on the podcast know, I'm a big Spider-Man fan. Arguably the only one on the podcast that genuinely likes Spider-Man. More than just like, I watched the cartoon in 1994, or I bought the video game, or something shit like that, I've actually read way too many Spider-Man comics. I spent too much money on Spider-Man. This trailer...
I spent too much money for you to have a Spider-Man comic.
What'd you say?
I spent too much money for you to have a Spider-Man comic.
That's true, you did buy me a $40 book, but I do have a book that costs
Ish.
more. I have a book that's more expensive than that, and I don't regret buying it because it's fucking awesome. Anyway,
Ew.
first off, roundtable, keep going. Dion, what'd you think of the trailer?
You know, I warmed up to Michael Keaton as Vulture. Obviously, I fucking hate the whole high school thing, but you know, I actually kind of it brought me off a little bit. I loved, you know, the whole, you know, you're more than the suit understory going on here. I love the scene with Michael Keaton saying, I mean, this is not a game. I will kill you and everyone that you love. You know, I like the whole Tony Stark trying to get him, you know, obviously at first glance to not get involved with this, and it's just this kid trying to be more. And I did hate the whole recreation of the fucking train scene from Spider-Man 2. I did, but I liked it, man. I did. After all the fucking Disney Channel teen bullshit, I actually liked the trailer. I really did.
See, now I thought your favorite line would have been when the Vulture goes, "I'm a Vulture." You know,
Yes, I'm still holding out hope that that's going to be the case.
If that's in the movie, I'm gonna go see it 3 times.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
If it's in the movie, I'll see it 3 times. Putting it out there. You'll be there for the first screening. If it is, I'll go. We'll come home. We'll record the podcast. I'll go back the next morning, and then the morning after that.
Just to get it all out of the way.
Just say, hey, I did it, Dan. Even if the movie's a pile of shit. Speaking of, Loudy.
Oh, man, great segue.
Yeah, what'd you think of the trailer, my friend?
Overall, I thought it was okay. It didn't really captivate my interest much. The most exciting thing for me, when I go see this movie, is going to be Marissa Tomei. So
You are a My Cousin Vinny fan, so
I am.
Dan,
It was okay.
Curtis Lendenfield.
I didn't like it.
Tell me why.
Like Dan putting out recreation of scenes that I've seen before. I don't like the high school setting. I don't like that the fat brown kid knows that he's Spider-Man. I don't like Iron Man, and I frankly think it's fucking stupid that Iron Man, whose only power is a suit, tells somebody that they have to be more than the suit, because that motherfucker has not accomplished a thing in his superhero
Oh my
career.
god, I'm used to you being wrong, but goddamn, have a fucking original.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he has powers beyond his suit, right?
He shoot laser bolts out of his dick. Come on, man.
Well, at least he
Haven't you
uses his
seen
real
Iron Man
fucking
3?
name. Jesus Christ.
At least he what?
Uses his real name.
Yeah, but I'm with you 100%. You were actually making valid points that I hadn't thought about. He is literally just a suit. And the thing is, other
The
people...
point of 3 is even after he doesn't fucking the suit dies when he goes and he makes all those cute little.
And Pepper Potts kills the bad guy, so what's your point? He stands there like a fucking...
But he goes and fights a bunch of dudes who are extremists without his suit.
Really? Because he's still using his fucking glove, right? Isn't
Yeah.
he still using his glove? His fucking suit?
Oh, you mean the thing that he built on his own?
Oh, now you're changing your tune because you
I'm not
realize
changing my fucking tune. When he's fighting dudes to get into the palace, he's doing it with gadgets that he made. He's not using the suit at that point.
No, he's not saying that, but he's replicating the suit with low-tech gadgetry to fight. He gets his shit pushed in when he tries to fight normally. He can't fight on his own. Black Widow beats him up in Iron Man 2.
he's a bitch.
He
He's
can't
a
do it
bitch.
outside of the suit. Like, he only has one heroic moment in any of the fucking films. Seriously, he has one heroic moment in the Avengers when he tries to save the city
nuke,
and the
right.
nuke up to the thing. Other than that, he's like, "Oh, I'll just cut the wire." Like his character development has.
You mean besides him going and trying to face a crazed out Hulk in the second Avengers movie?
that he
Oh,
has
and his
to do that.
giant ass suit, his suit that's bigger than the Hulk. Yeah, what a fucking.
But you're
what a
bringing out
heroic
the obviously
badass.
Iron Man.
Theon,
Without
the only thing he ever does heroic is that, because everything else he does is making up for the mistakes he's made in the past. The Civil War, mistakes he's made. Everything, Ultron, mistakes he's made. He's never done anything out of the goodness of his heart post Avengers. It's all, I fucked up. Now I got to do all this shit, and I'm going to use the guise of my heroic, nature to right the wrongs that I made. If he would have died at the end of the first Avengers movie, like storyline wise, they wouldn't have encountered a lot of the bullshit because of him. And shield technology could have done half the shit that his did too. So I would say at this point he's a hindrance. Like, I'm ready for him to die. Like, when I watched Age of Ultron today, I thought to myself, I hope you die in Infinity War Part 1. Like, you're the one character I want to see get their head ripped off like in the comic book.
he is more like Jeff said, he's more problems than he's worth at this point, and he's annoying, and he truly like you can make fun of Batman for doing the I'm rich. That could have been fucking tick for tack what Iron Man says, because that's all he has.
Yeah, and I my notes, I wrote this down. It pisses me off though, because look, Spider-Man is a lone vigilante character. Oh, people say, well, he was on the Avengers. He did this, he did that. Yeah, but here's the thing. Spider-Man in the first issue tried to join the Fantastic Four. They shot him down real quick because he's like, well, he actually found out they don't pay, so he left because he needed money. So he thought he was going to make money on the Fantastic Four. So then Spider-Man is a loner character. He doesn't have a mentor. He doesn't have someone showing him the ropes. He fails. Like, that's the thing is with this movie. I haven't even seen it, and I know. Believe me. Okay, I just know, okay? Listeners that challenge me, I just fucking know, okay?
Oh,
It's not fake news, alright? I just fucking know this. I know everything about Spider-Man, okay?
More so than anyone that's going to listen to this podcast and try to disagree with me. That's a fact. Point is, though, the essence of Spider-Man will not be captured in this film because they're not trying to capture the essence of Spider-Man. They're trying to make some teen comedy thing, and they're going to like try to sell to an audience that doesn't go pay to see movies. Like, those kids would rather fuck around on their phones out in the lobby on YouTube and shit instead of paying the 15 or 20 bucks to go see a movie. So you're going to market it to the people that aren't going to go see it. And the thing is, Spider-Man's always been this lone character. He fails, he fights villains, he loses, he comes back. You know, like Doc Ock. The first time he fights Doc Ock, he doesn't beat him. No, Doc Ock smacks him and throws him out of a fucking window, and Spider-Man runs off crying. And that's not an exaggeration. That's how it goes down. This movie, and he learns. I don't think the Spider-Man's really going to learn too much. Like the old Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, people could shit on, oh, it's old, whatever. He cried in part 3. But the thing is, the spirit of the character was there. This isn't. Like, what's his biggest thing? His secret identity. Well, like Curtis said, the fat brown kid knows his secret identity. That ruins the fucking, dynamic of that. And I hated the fucking part where the kid puts on the suit. It looked so stupid. What else did I write down? Oh, here's my biggest problem with this movie in general, not even just the trailer. Everybody bitched about the fucking suit in the last movie. Not the design. They bitched... the Tobey Maguire ones, excuse me. They didn't bitch about the design because it looked great. It looks just like the fucking book. They bitched, it looks too good. How does a poor kid make it? How does he make it? Blah, 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 blah. Well, if he can stick to a wall and shoot webs, why is that a problem? So this movie's going to the extreme where we're going to have fucking Iron Man make him a suit so people can go, well, his suit looks good because it's Iron Man. And then he loses the suit and he's going to fucking spend the climax of the film in sweatpants. That's like shit. And that's the fans' fucking fault. This trailer...
Did you hear that he has his own Jarvis system inside the suit?
I did, and that was retarded.
Yeah.
Seriously, I thought that was one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. His suit is literally just cloth. Like, in the books, he doesn't have some nano stretch technology. He's just a dude who sewed a costume together and went on TV. His uncle got killed, and then he decided to fight crime in his uncle's name and with great power and all that good shit. Now he's a fucking...
Describe a superhero plot badly.
Yeah. Shit.
I went on TV. I made a suit, went on TV. My uncle died. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to be a hero.
Dan, you sound like a shitty call-in guest on a radio show right now. Howard Stern, Z103.
Should make that Dan's gimmick.
Yeah. Oh, this is Dan from Ohio. No,
Oh, guys, I watch your show every week, man. I love you guys.
We love you too, man.
Now buy our shit. Visit incarnatestudios.com. Don't forget the...
Done already. Fucking did it. I was the first one to buy some shit.
That's very true.
God damn, okay, man. Jesus.
We get it. You're kind of a big deal. Holy shit.
Dion, will you just admit that Iron Man is nothing without his suit? Because
no, that's so fucking stupid.
How is it stupid, Dion?
Because obviously his ability to make a fucking suit, yeah, obviously he can't fight Captain America or whatever, but that's the character. He fucking created this suit. He's a smart dude. He's one of the smartest dudes on the planet. Obviously he's not going to go toe-to-toe without the suit to fight somebody, but his genius is just as much as part of him as the suit is.
Well, then how can he have the audacity to tell Peter that it's not about the suit when that's all it's about for him?
Because the third one, he loses... he fucking loses the suit. So he had to go through that journey of, okay, I have to start solving this problem by myself. Go back and fucking put the suit together in a fucking garage with some random white kid who doesn't have a dad.
Why does he have to be
had
white?
To get past that. We don't have that. Obviously, that kind of sucks, obviously, for Spider-Man. But we don't have that for Spider-Man. He doesn't have that moment where he has to put, sew the suit together with a black kid that he met down the street. It's not a strong point of the movie. There's an establishing...
It's describing a superhero plot badly. It's worse and worse.
It's establishing set of events that gives him the reality to tell that to Peter.
With some black kid he met down the street.
You don't have a dad, so it'll make you a super suit.
Look, like Curtis is saying, that is literally the most hypocritical thing Iron Man has ever done in the films, and he created Ultron and destroyed the world almost. So when I go see this movie in theaters, that's the thing I'm going to scream out in that scene where he goes, "If you're not more than the suit, then I'm going to take it away." I'm just going to go, "You're not more than the suit," and see if everyone either laughs or goes, "Holy shit, he's right."
I will laugh.
Oh, I know you will. I can scream dildo and you just start laughing in the theater.
One more thing beyond the film itself. Did you guys hear that Sony has said that this is probably going to be the only Spider-Man appearance in the MCU from here on out, and they're going to take him back and keep him for themselves?
Yeah, I heard that.
Well, dear Sony, I have skipped a Spider-Man film in theaters, and I can do it again.
It just seems like Disney should have seen that coming. Like, I get that Disney's probably going to make some money from this, but they had to have known that Sony, bunch of fucking skis bags, it's ran by a woman, so there's your first problem.
Oh, Lord.
Well, she got fired because she's a piece of shit.
Did she?
She got fired. Well, not fired. She got demoted. Remember the whole email leak?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
She got in deep shit over that because she was sending like racist letters about Obama and all this shit, and then Ghostbusters was a flop. So Amy Pascal is every terrible thing you want to say about her.
She had 50-50 good things there. But I
You mean Ghostbusters, right?
yeah. What was I saying? No, but just the fact that, of course, they were going to use Disney to oh, look, we're part of this universe, and then fucking like a little kid take it back and go, mine. Like, they're scumbags. They're pieces of shit.
How would you feel if Disney goes, "Hey, we just bought your company. You're all fired."
I don't want Disney to have any more power than it already does.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't like Disney underneath at all.
I like Disney, but they are getting to the point where, like, they are monopolizing the movie-going experience. Every billion-dollar movie is theirs, and that's just going to keep... I'm a capitalist, don't get me wrong, but that's going to keep propelling them more and more ahead of the competition, and I don't like that. Like,
I think they're going to need to make something more adult-oriented to truly take over, and they never will.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you put out $4 or $5 billion movies a year. They're one of the most powerful organizations in the world. They own ESPN. They own
ABC.
They own ABC. They have fucking MTV. Like every big thing nowadays, media wise, they have their hand in. I don't like that. It's too much power for one media organization.
MTV's big.
I agree 100% with that sentiment. I don't like Disney proper, meaning like when I talk to people that are into the Disney movies as adults, I look at them and go, "That's kind of weird." Like if I look at a guy and he goes, "Oh, I loved Beauty and the Beast live action remake," he's probably gay, and I'm probably not going to talk to him. Not that he's gay; I'm not going to talk to him because he has shitty taste. Like that.
Yeah.
That
Dick.
No, but I don't know. I think there's an age cap on Disney films, and I just don't enjoy them. Honestly, I haven't seen a fucking animated Disney film in theaters by choice since Mulan, and that was, 1998? So that's 19 years ago. Didn't like it. I don't like Disney. Like, when I have kids, unless they are like, "Oh, we love Disney so much, Dad," which I'm going to go, like, "How did you see it? Because I never showed it to you."
Well, just the milkman that Mom's been fucking.
Shit, she'll be dead. I don't play. She'll be on a fucking cooler like in the fucking Flash comic book. They find his girlfriend in the fridge. Disney, I hate their fucking movies for the most part. I hate Pixar movies. I don't like cutesy shit. I never have, and I'm just too old for it. And I don't want them to infuse their cutesy bullshit into Marvel movies. Thankfully, they haven't.
I'm with you, Murtaugh.
I think they haven't ruined the Marvel shit. I think Kevin Feige has control, and that dude's obviously doing a bang-up job. Obviously, I hate Star Wars, though, so There we go. That they took my favorite thing and turned it into my most hated thing. Well, there's
It's a
still
strong statement.
there's still Twilight. There's still other shit out there that's garbage.
Harry Potter.
I've never seen a Harry Potter film, but I can guarantee
My
you
Immortal.
hate it the way. Hey, look, My Immortal's fun, but I'll never hate a Harry Potter film as much as I hate Episode 7.
My thing with Harry Potter is it's kind of like you talking about like adults who like Disney movies. To me, Harry Potter is a very childish thing, and so there's this woman in my office, and I made the mistake of thinking she was intelligent, and then she reminded me why her gender is not because her favorite books are Harry Potter, and I'm like, bitch, you're in your 30s and you're reading kids' books, like grow up.
I mean, I know somebody who spends $90 to go to Disney World all the time, loves Harry Potter, buys fucking stick wands, and I had a butterbeer, and like they'll post about it on Facebook. I'm like, that's not as cool as you think. I look at you and I go, wow. Like, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, you shouldn't have fun, you shouldn't have a good time, but that's just too weird for me. Like, it's less weird for people to dress up like Star Trek people at conventions than it is for me to like see people spend like $1,000 at Disney. It's like I'm a kid again. What kid had $1,000 to spend, first off? And secondly, Disney sucks. Like, their park is garbage, and I've been there. That's not just me, guessing it's garbage. I spent many times there as a kid. I hated it.
Why do I feel like I could see Phil doing all that?
Because Phil does love Disney.
And Harry Potter.
And Harry Potter. He really does. And he loves Lord of the Rings.
God. Those are like 3 of my bottom 5 entertainment things.
What are the other 2?
All right, so we got Disney,
Women.
we got Harry Potter,
Yeah.
and we got
Lord of the Rings.
so I'll add Game of Thrones and Walking Dead on there because I think they're so popular and they're so shitty, and the demographics, the people I know who like them, trash
I'm seeing a trend here.
The only
across the board.
The only question I have.
You should know less people.
The only thing I have is, how can I replicate it? That's what I want to learn how to do, is how can I replicate that? Because I will sell my soul for, whatever George R.R. Martin makes. I'll create whatever.
Klondike bar.
With bacon.
Yeah. Shit.
Oh, yeah.
Better be that bacon from the fucking Hash House of Go-Go. Oh,
God damn.
that was delicious.
That was awesome.
So, did anyone have a favorite part of the trailer? Because I just wrote my favorite was the action. I thought Spider-Man looked like the actual CGI model of Spider-Man looked good. He not finally, but he looked like he had some weight on. And normally, like in the Amazing franchise, he looked weightless and kind of shitty.
Mhm.
But I got to give the old Sam Raimi ones credit. The CGI, there are a lot of shots that still hold up. There's a lot of CGI shots most people don't even know are CGI, so I'll give that credit.
I gotta say, my favorite part was, like I said, Keaton sitting in the car. I will kill you and everyone you care about. It made it, even though the setting is in fucking high school again, it made it real. Like, you deciding to do this has real world consequences, and obviously he hopefully thumbs and fingers crossed. I'm Vulture, but that it made it real for me. I will fucking kill everyone you care about.
Who do you think he's talking to?
I don't. He's probably talking to someone on his team or whatever that's making the weapons or whatever. But
Probably Electro or whatever the fucking
yeah. I mean,
the Shocker,
yeah.
the black and white Shocker.
Jamie Foxx.
Dear Disney, please stop changing the color of characters. Just throwing that out there. Shocker's a white dude named Herman Schultz.
Fucking former.
That's about as kikey as you can
I
get.
have to say, can you name a whiter name? Because I guarantee there's no black dudes named Herman Schultz out there. And now Dion breaks down in laughter.
I tried to be so serious right there, but anyway, no, I agree. I agree with Jeff. Oh fuck, man.
Dan Loudy, favorite part?
Michael Keaton. Fucking love Michael Keaton.
If he
Fucking
dies,
love
he
Michael
dies.
Keaton.
And Curtis, you didn't have one, right?
I had one, and you're gonna be disappointed, but it is when the fat kid put the mask on because he's fat.
Your reasoning has made me forgive you.
Thank you.
I just don't
That
like.
guy doing his thing because he's fat.
I just don't like him having a friend. Like, I really like when.
God damn.
Yo, Spider-Man.
I know what you meant, but I just in that moment, you're like, I don't like him.
Don't even explain it. Just leave it at that. It's beautiful.
I really like him having no friends.
I hate him when
Stay
he has
friendless,
friends.
fag.
Go slit your wrist, bitch.
Did you guys have a least favorite part? I wrote in my notes when Iron Man takes back the suit because we're gonna have to watch him fight in sweatpants.
The barge scene, I hated him pulling the barge together. I was just like,
The
and
Elder
it's funny too because I literally, when I rewatched it on Saturday, it was after Spider-Man 2 was on, I think, HBO, and I was just like, so I saw that sequence. I love that sequence. Doc Ock and Spider-Man fight on the train, and then I rewatched the trailer, and he's pulling the barge together. I'm just like, fuck you guys for that. It really made me mad. That part really made me mad.
Loudy or Dan?
Yeah, like I said, I was pretty indifferent to it. It looked okay. I mean, I guess I'll just have to see the film to find out, really.
Curtis?
I'm going with Dion. The barge scene, it looked like poop. I've seen that same setup before. I think visually it looked like crap. I thought his suit didn't look real at that point. The Jesus Christ pose was stupid. It looked bad.
Yeah, it's too cliched at this point. I don't... Here's the thing. If people will be like, oh, you're so negative. No, we were praising the Thor trailer. We were shitting the Justice League trailer. And I guess this one's the, in between. But this is like too many cooks in the kitchen. And not the good too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
No, this is, you got Disney trying to write the path for Spider-Man. Because, they can put him in their movies and that makes them more money. That's fine, because I thought they did a great job with Civil War. But then you got Sony trying to implement their stupid politics and their stupid ideas. Like, look, Sony is garbage. And they hire, with the exception of Sam Raimi, garbage directors to make these Spider-Man films. Because they hire powerless douchebags. Like Mark Webb. I would bet you $5 right now. He was hired solely because his last name was Webb. They thought it'd be cute in the marketing scheme of things. He made one relevant movie, 500 Days of Summer, which fucking sucked. I sat down to watch it once. Didn't like it. Don't like Zooey Deschanel. Sorry. But you got this new guy that no one's really ever heard of. And these people don't have their own voice. They're just a fucking drone that'll do whatever the suits tell them. And this movie is going to be mostly that. You'll have your Iron Man scene, and I bet you, even though we're shitting on him being in the movie, I bet you his parts are the best part. Because you're going to have a fucking weird British kid playing Spider-Man, and his amazing brown friends carry the rest of this film. And the problem is, they're not going to be that interesting.
Did you know that little bastard has never seen the original Star Wars trilogy?
Really?
Tom Holland. Yeah, I saw an interview
God
today.
damn.
He's never seen it. And I'm just like, you're gay.
If I ever meet him, I'm going to smack him in the face and say, you talk about Empire Strikes Back as Spider-Man, but you've never seen the movie? You're fake. And just
Fake news.
Fake news.
You're fake news. Fake Spider-Man. I hate you. That's not serious, listeners. I'm not going to smack him. Too hard. No, we keep talking about the high school thing. Look, high school's not that fucking interesting.
Right?
We all went to high school. Hell, some of us went to high school together. You go to school, you sit there, you learn, you go home and do your homework. Well, Spider-Man can swing from a building. Yeah, but he's still a kid. He has to go to bed at a certain time. It's not interesting to watch a fucking little kid fight crime. I don't care how smart he is. Just make him fucking 20 years old where he can go out and have a life. It was interesting in Spider-Man 2 when he was trying to have a life with Mary Jane, but he couldn't because of his responsibility. That shit's gone with Spider-Man movies. It's just, hey, kids like the suit, people like jokes. Let's cash in on this. Robert Downey Jr. Here's $20 million for a day's work. It's gonna be the most disingenuous fucking superhero movie since Fan Four Stick.
You know what would
Marissa
make this
Tomei's
better?
titties in The Wrestler, right?
Hey, that is a fine woman. I will pay $2.50 to watch her in any movie. So, do we have anything else we'd like to say about any of the trailers before we move into towards the end of the show?
I feel like the only thing that would make Spider-Man better for me is if it was directed and starring Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah, listeners, Loudy finally saw The Room, and so
It was amazing, and you know it.
I was reading some of the comments And wow, Star Killer Gamer, you're a piece of shit. Spelled "you're" wrong. This movie is fucking awesome, fucking asshole. Talking about The Force Awakens. Is this Dustin's other screen name?
It might be.
No, because Dustin wouldn't spell this shit wrong. I'm gonna give him that much credit. Anyway, Star Killer Gamer 57, you're a cunt and I hate you. I hope you never subscribe to our channel.
Fucking cunt.
I just love the very soft and subtle. I hate you. Just
Don't subscribe. Fuck you. Eat dick. Piece of shit.
The best part is he'll never
They're
listen to
dead.
this. He'll never listen to this podcast, so we can keep making fun of him. Or I'm just gonna say it to him because women don't get this stupid on the internet. They'll do other shit to you, but they won't fucking go.
They'll charge you for that.
Yeah. Well, Phil will pay.
Oh, Phil will pay. Phil will definitely pay.
I'll have to tell Curtis that story later. So that was our thoughts on the trailer. It was a good week for entertainment. It was pretty exciting. Me personally, I enjoyed the Thor one, and the other two were either okay, like Spider-Man was just okay. And I'm glad they got rid of that fucking stupid pop song. That was it MGMT or whatever Toph music that is. It was garbage music. And they replaced it with something better. And then Justice League was a fucking joke. I almost feel bad for making... Justice League is like that retarded kid in school that you shouldn't make fun of, but everyone does, and then you just like, God damn it.
Did I ever tell you the story of the autistic kid in my school?
No.
you raped him.
Nobody liked him because he would always hit you really hard in the shoulder. And, he would. Every time he'd walk up, he'd just hit you because he thought that was a term of endearment or whatever. So what we did was he'd sit with us at lunch, and so we would make up a card game, and he'd want to be involved, so he'd play along, but we'd just make up the rules on the fly, and he'd always lose, and he never caught on that we were just making fun of him.
At least you didn't take his money.
No, they probably did that too.
Okay, at least you didn't take his virginity.
They probably did that too.
So here's one thing I wanted to add real quick. This just came out yesterday, and I had to bring it up on the podcast. So word on the street is that DC is planning 4 Batman universe films in 2019.
Wait, what?
Yes. This
Like
game,
all live action?
all live action. A Birds of Prey, no, Gotham City Sirens, a Nightwing movie, a new Batman film, and something else.
Hey guys, remember that time that we made a really shitty movie? Here's a character you like, his universe. Movie, watch it. Movie, watch it.
4. Because it's the 80th anniversary of Batman, and they're trying to pump out, this anniversary goodwill. It's funny how shitty their movies are, but how great their comic books are. Like, just get the people that are running the fucking...
You would think they'd do that.
There's also a rumor, though, that this is going to be a reboot to the DCEU.
God, I hope so.
I don't believe that, but I also don't believe they'll put out 4. I bet we'll get 2 at most, and something will come up and either delay or cancel the other 2.
I just hope they delay and cancel everything permanently.
I don't see Ben Affleck sticking around. I don't.
I agree. I think the Justice League is his last film.
And then-
apparently he's going to fucking rehab. I know he isn't going to be fucking dealing with his personal shit and making shitty Batman movies.
Well, I mean, I do like that Batman's an alcoholic in real life, because I feel like if there was a real Batman, he'd have to be an alcoholic to get through the shit he does.
How else do you handle the stress? You can't go through that sober.
That's what Robin's there for.
Oh.
I just wanted to bring this up because this actually made me scream out, what the fuck? This was such... I mean, there are bad ideas, and there are bad ideas, and this is both. This is just a terrible fucking thing. I mean, in what realm of hell do they think putting out 4 Batman movies in the same year? So the DC Extended Universe has failed, essentially. So let's create the BCEU, the Batman Cinematic Extended Universe. Everybody likes Batman. Here's more Batman. No, not everybody likes that much Batman. And here's what I want to... Let me clarify. People like Batman. Some people like Robin. Less people like Batgirl. and nobody likes Jared Leto as the Joker. And you want to give us more of the same shit. But Warner Brothers, you guys made some. Warner Brothers has made some of the greatest films of all time. The Lethal Weapon franchise, Mad Max, Fury Road. There's tons of great Warner Brothers movies. That I mean, I just got to look at my shelf, which is currently covered up. That I can't think of off the top. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Come on now.
Easy, buddy. Goddamn.
You don't like that movie?
I love it. I just like how you're just like, that's the Warner Brothers movie I first see. That's
the first one I can think of. I still can't see my shelf. I was gonna say Space Jam, but fuck Space Jam. Okay. Like I'm trying to think of quality films. My point is, Warner Brothers can make excellent films, but whoever's in charge of this division is just legally retarded.
That's what I'm saying, man. They keep saying, "Oh, hey, we do know how to do this, but hey, fuck you. Watch this movie because I said so, and I'm fucking DC. Watch it. Like they clearly have the ability to make great movies, and they just don't. Like,
as soon as I get rid of your buddy Zack Snyder, who's getting an ass beating from you.
I'm telling you, that shit is still busting his head to the white meat. I swear to God.
My favorite line you've ever said on the show is, Zack Snyder, don't ever ask me for a ride anywhere. Like, you're so serious. Like, I could just see him getting in the car with you, and you're like, buckle up, and then you just fucking wreck into, like, a fucking tree or something to kill him.
Buckle up, Teddy.
He gets in the back, and you're just like, hey, do you know how Macho Man died? As you start speeding up.
Well, he's got to have a heart attack first.
Oh, that could be arranged.
Speaking of Teddy Long, Curtis, did you watch the Hall of Fame ceremony?
I did not, only because I was excited to see Kurt Angle and then found out it was John Cena inducting him. So,
dude, it was funny when John Cena comes out. He goes, "Cut my music," but they don't cut his music, and so the crowd can chant, "John Cena sucks." It was so awesome. And he did not want to hear that. Like, I think
he was at the podium, just like, "Come on, just cut it right here, cut it, come on, damn it."
I think he's at a point where he's ready to quit wrestling. Like, he's like legitimately tired of it.
Good.
Yeah, I wish he would have got tired 10 years ago. All right, so that concludes this week's episode of World Class Bullshitters. It is time for some fan mail because we got people that like this show. So, what was the last video? Yeah, I know, right? It's a shocker to me.
The last video, if you want to count it, is My Immortal.
Well, no, I did release another video called The Truth About Comic Book Movies You Probably Won't Like, where I was drunk and apparently made a lot of sense.
Well, you know, drinking enlightens people, man.
It enlightens me to enjoy.
It's like doing heroin.
I've never done heroin, so I cannot wax intellectual on that one.
I keep seeing stories about fucked up shit going on in Ohio with you guys and drugs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We had, what,
Where's my fucking bus ticket?
We had 48 ODs in a day or something?
Yeah, you guys, like, I'm just looking at the staggering amount of numbers, like, you guys got to get that shit under control.
The thing is, it's all by us, too, where Dan and I live. It's all in this area. Like, the news will be like, we had so many overdoses today, and it's, like, right by my local Walmart. I'm like, hey, I was just there 10 minutes ago. Like,
did you overdose?
I did. I'm okay, though. Due to my size, my body fought the addiction. No, but I'm waiting for someone to, like, just run up to people on the street and inject them with heroin. Like, that's the next step.
Oh, dude, get the camera ready. I got a video.
Oh, shut up. Okay, so on the My Immortal video, which was the last episode of World Class Bullshitters, people...
We broke Loudy and Phil.
Yeah, and it got 2 thumbs down.
Ooh.
I know. So Brian Lape thought our reading of My Immortal was better than episode 7. And then
anything's better than episode 7.
The president says, this is laughably bad. The Force Awakens is piss you off bad. Liquid Metal Pro. I saw Power Rangers. I only enjoyed it for the fact that me and my cousin cut ass in the entire film. So does that mean they farted the whole film?
I think so.
Okay,
or they shit themselves.
If you could fart for a consistent 2 hours, I'd pay to see that. Not smell it, but I'd pay to see it. No Filter. I think that's the Dark Knight. He loves our show, so thank you for all the subscriptions, sir. If you guys want to be a good fan like him, just make 12 accounts and subscribe to us.
I love Dark Knight. He's the man. He's
my friend on Facebook. He's a good dude. Well, you might not like him now because he says Curtis is out looking for dicks. That's why he's not on this episode.
I like him even more now.
Ah,
I was say, at least he's thinking of me.
yeah. A couple people asked for where you were. He also says that the artwork for the My Immortal video sums up his entire life.
That's sad.
But you're black. Like, there are no black people in the story. They were all British and racist. Okay,
They all wear black,
they,
though.
they all wear black, but they're so pale, and the part that got me in the story. Joel Madden is so fucking hot. I wish I was related to him. Why?
When do we finish that? Because we have to.
Oh, we can finish it if you want to. We will.
Loudy, get ready. Chapter 18.
Oh fuck! Let me start drinking now. Maybe I'll be ready by the next week.
Let's see that video. Most of the comments were just people laughing at how bad the story was. So
And the fact that Harry and Draco fucked at one point.
there are so many logical
And there were 36 people named Voldemort.
I think my favorite part of that whole story was when she had just taken a bath and gotten dressed, and they tell you she wears heels and this and that, and then she goes back into the bathroom to get something, and then somebody's filming her. She's like, "I'm fucking naked," and then she gets dressed again.
She puts a towel on over her clothes.
That's what it's such a stupid story.
What the fuck are you motherfuckers doing?
Yeah, bindle sticks or whatever he fucking said.
Crookshanks.
Crookshanks, bindle sticks, whatever, man. It's all garbage to me.
We gotta finish that.
Oh, by the way, Anna B, the only woman that listens to our show, still listens to our show.
Woo!
God damn.
Yeah, dude. Anna B came out of nowhere and said, "Where'd her comic? Oh, here it is. I hope the plot for episode 8 is real so I can give up on Star Wars forever. Dear God." Thank you, Anna B, that you still listen to our show. You are the 7% female audience.
Can we get a shirt that says that I am the 7%?
If she emails the show at worldclassbs@mail.com, the best mail,
.com.
Fuck you, Loudy. My line.
I will make her a personal shirt and send it to her that says, "I am the 7%. But she's got to send us a picture of her wearing it, because, it would only be funny that way.
Yes, we will use it for that reason.
Yeah, of course we will.
Yes.
We will not sell your personal information to China. Videa Vice...
China.
Videa Vice 25. Wake the fuck up, Jeff. Thor Ragnarok trailer is out. Videa Vice, I almost made you listener of the week, but I forgot your screen name. Because you made me laugh, so...
Did you say it's bidet?
Yes, the thing you used to wash ass.
Bidet to you, sir.
Shut up, buddy.
Stop making Joel jokes.
Yeah, dude, that's a Joel Fry. That's a large
Joel fries.
Oh, I hope Joel listens to this episode. August Professor said that my drunk video talking at that table would be a great listener or a great episode for the new listener. Well, like I said to you, Augs, most people would bitch about the audio quality, so no. Let's see. Augs also made another email account just to help support the show, so thank you, Augs. Like I said, man, I appreciate the support. I think you're our most dedicated fan. I can't say you're our first, because that still goes to Noah R., who still listens, by the way. But Augs for President is the biggest fan. Augs, when you turn 18, you gotta get a tattoo of World Class Bulshitters, just right on your forehead.
If I can
Right
have a
on the
Charlie
tape.
Sheen tattoo, you can have a World Class Bullshitters tattoo.
That is truth.
Whatever happened to a straight white Christian male?
Oh, Todd Howard?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
Did he
Todd
change
Howard
his
is
name?
secretly Lex Rage.
I said, didn't he change his name?
Because he changed to Todd Howard, but I don't remember. He just
Maybe.
disappeared one day.
Maybe he's not your father's clitoris challenge.
Yes, that could be him. Because he wrote the craziest shit. You know what's awesome right now? I used to listen to this podcast where they would talk about their listeners changing names and all the crazy shit they did. And I was like, man, it'd be great to have a show that I could talk about that. Now we do.
Yeah, man.
It's like
Nice story,
full
Jeff.
circle. You can say that again, Dan. Let's see. The Red Hood, who is also the Dark Knight, said that episode 66 was the top episode, but he loves this episode as well. Nathan Simmons says this video is better than the Power Rangers movie. Nathan, I hope every episode we make is better than the Power Rangers movie. New listener Derek Nelson says, great show. Let's do a Rogue One commentary tonight. Well, Derek, we were in Florida, and we didn't because we drank. I'm not sorry.
A lot.
And we didn't.
Yeah, I made pizza drunk. It was good.
When we weren't drinking, we were drinking.
We were fucking dancing to, what was that shitty song we danced to?
You danced.
No. Dion was there too. We were all dancing to some shitty song and singing it.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
There's video.
Nick recorded it.
Was that time out? Was that when I was riding Dion or?
Yeah, that was when you were riding Dion. I have pictures of that. Hey Dion, what's funny is he rode you like a horse, the thing you're afraid of.
Fuck you, man.
Has Curtis seen the picture of that yet?
No, share it to the chat.
I shall try and find it.
Nick Heidlier says, sounds like a great time in Florida. Nick, you have no idea. If Phil was here, we'd probably go into detail. Let me put it like this. So we drove through the night. We made it to Florida hours ahead of what we thought we were going to do. And then Joel fucked up and got the wrong flight, so we had to wait 12 hours. So that was the first thing. But he eventually got it worked out and was only 2 hours late. We went to breakfast. We had one of the best breakfasts I've ever had. We got drunk. The next day, we got up, and we went to a shitty buffet, and we went to an old toy store, an old comic book store, and then we got drunk. And the next day, we woke up, we had some drinks, we got drunk. We went to Fan Access, we got drunk. Then the next day, we woke up, we got drunk, and we went to WrestleMania, and we came back and got drunk. Oh, and two assholes kept talking about Tommy Dreamer.
Dude, I'm Tommy Dreamer.
No, I'm Tommy Dreamer.
The next day was Monday. We got up. We got drunk.
What?
Then Tuesday we got up and we went to Miami. And we got drunk and spent $85 each. And we went to a strip club and got drunk.
How was the strip club down there?
You would die there.
Okay.
Do you want me to tell you the story on air? I'll tell you the story on air because I told the story to my mom. I have no shame.
Well, first off, were they bottomless?
Oh, they were fully nude.
Okay,
and
good.
you could touch them.
Yeah, you can touch. They let you touch them like a lot. I felt weird because normally in Michigan they're like, "Don't touch them." Here they're like, "Do what you're gonna do. Just don't go inside of them." So whatever. So I had this. Was she okay? She was not American. I think she was Russian or Latina. I couldn't tell.
I don't think there were any Americans.
Yeah, she had dyed blonde hair and spoke with a thick accent. But she comes to me and grabs my dick. And I'm sitting there, and she's like, "You want to fuck me?" I'm like.
And then snatches $4 out of his hand.
Yeah.
At first, she goes to grab him, and Jeff won't let go. So then she grabs the dick, and he still won't let go. And she literally tugs on this money like 5, 6, 7 times.
I thought
and then finally pulls it out. He's just like, looks. We literally made eye contact after that, and he's just like, I don't know.
It was $4. I thought to myself, if I'm getting like a quarter of a hand job for $4, that's a great deal. Take the money. That was the end of my money to spend anyway, so it wasn't like a big deal. She took it from another stripper, so I guess they could fight about it. But it was.
I watched that.
They were crazy. Put it like that. Most of them were attractive. There were a few ones, but you would have liked the one that looked like she was coked out and didn't want to dance.
My kind of girl.
That was there.
The skinny blonde one that was there when we first walked in.
Yeah, she was terrible.
She would
perfect for you.
Yeah, Curtis, you would have been like, "I'm gonna make you my wife."
lick your nose clean.
No, but the strip club was crazy. Phil had an amazing time. I'll tell you the rest of the fair. But that was pretty much it for comments. I guess I should check the email.
Well, really quick, I saw a comment from a few episodes ago about some of our more faithful listeners wanting to do a podcast about our podcast. And I thought, one, that's fucking flattering, and two, that's a fantastic idea.
So they want us to do an episode about us?
Yeah, there was, I think it was Brian Lape, Oggs, and a few others, and they said, let's get together, kind of like they do with like Fear the Walking, or like Walking Dead, the post show or whatever.
Oh, Talking Dead?
Yeah, doing a show talking about our show.
Ooh, I like that.
I think that's cool. I think we should definitely get in contact with them and work something out.
Listen, Oggs and Brian Lape. Brian Lape, I met you. You're cool. Oggs, I haven't met you. You're still cool. Just send us an email. We'll give you the Skype information, and we'll work it out.
Give them the email address again, since nobody
It
ever
would just-
emails you.
We wouldn't be on it. Maybe one of us at a time rotating something, but just let them do their own thing, and I think it'd be a cool supplement.
Yeah, well, guys, if you would like that, email us at worldclassbs@mail.com. The best mail.
.com.
Fuck you, loud. My line.
So
Get your own line. My gimmick.
So we got retweeted, or sorry, we got replied by the official documentary of The Room.
Ooh.
Our social
Good story,
media,
Mark.
our social media manager, Nick Utam. Apparently, I've been saying his name wrong, but he never corrected me, so I'm going to correct myself. It's Utam, not Udom.
Don't correct yourself. It's Nick. Fuck you.
Nick, fuck you at Sean Dondi. Okay, that's his name.
Yeah, done.
So we were watching The Room in Florida, drunk by the way, and those videos are on our Facebook page, so check them out.
Oh God.
And Loudy's reaction to watching The Room is probably the most beautiful thing you'll
It
ever.
is fucking priceless.
Like the lack of logic in the film makes Loudy like almost spit out his drink. He's like, "What the fuck?"
I mean, there's one point where she says goodnight and he responds with something that's not even appropriate to respond with.
Don't worry.
Made no sense.
He goes, "Don't worry about it."
Good night. Don't worry about what the fuck. No, that doesn't make sense.
Thank you. By the way, Brian Lape, sorry we haven't been replying to some of your tweets. That is Nick Utam's job. Sorry, Nick Fuck You's job. So I'll yell at him. later.
Dion and I fuck Nick all right.
You
We're not
kinda-
gay though.
It was kind of weird because his butthole was so hairy. We lost your beard for a minute.
I know.
Ugh.
At one point, I was actually upside down. You came and asked Dan.
At one point, Joel and I decided to go on the balcony and not watch you rape a man. So
Well, you missed out.
I don't know if I really missed it, if you know what I mean.
I think I can.
Okay, so most of our emails are just from Twitter, a couple from Goop.com, the Drive-Through Diet, Easter Special, Breathe, and Gwyneth Paltrow's a cunt. So we're not going to read any of those tonight, but just know that you can email us and we will respond. Also, you can email us ideas for the great pop culture debate because that shit's coming back. I'm tired of some people complaining, oh, I'm not prepared. Well, you know what? I'm going to start writing them and you're going to have to come up with them on the fly. So the great pop culture debate will be back. Email us some ideas, some suggestions. We love the interaction on the show with you guys because we could record a podcast without listeners, but it would just be really lame. Also, what's his name? Christopher Barker, shout out to you. He is feeding me news about entertainment all the time, so he's helping make this podcast a lot easier to produce. Thank you, Christopher. So I guess that is this week's episode of World Class Bullshitters. That is episode 67. We are 2 episodes away from the ill-fated episode 69, where things are going to get raunchy. If you think us talking about the shit we talked about tonight was fucked up, episode 69 is the episode not to listen to with your parents. It will kill your grandparents and Augs. You're going to learn a lot about life on episode 69, so be prepared.
You're gonna learn something that night.
Yeah, seriously, if you listen to our show in an open area, don't listen to episode 69 in an open space. Headphones only, or if you have your own house, maybe in the car. If you have a toddler running around, they won't understand it, so that's cool, but seriously, it's going to be a fucked up episode.
Yeah, Kenny, don't listen to it when Stephanie's with you.
There you go. Straight from the horse's mouth. And no, I'm not calling you a horse. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to add before we put this baby to bed?
R.I.P. Charlie.
Yeah, R.I.P. Charlie Murphy. Oh, Dion, real quick, I wrote a really shitty joke in the opening. It said, this episode is fully loaded like Charlie's Angels, too, minus Bernie Mac. And then I wrote R.I.P. Bernie, and then Charlie Murphy died the next day, so I nixed the joke.
Fuck.
So I feel like if I start writing R.I.P. other celebrities, I could, like, maybe target ones I don't like. It's like Death Note, but gayer.
Is that possible?
Death Note's awesome and you're a faggot.
Okay.
Death Note was awesome up until the point where that detective guy figured out it was him, and then I lost interest really quick. Because I didn't like the whole cat and mouse game. I was like, I like it when no one can figure it out. And then it's like, oh, they figured it out. Now I gotta prove it. I'm like, wasn't his name like Light Yagami or something?
Yeah, it should have ended around episode 24 or 25, and that's what the Japanese live-action films did. as they ended it properly. So
Do they keep the punk rock looking ghost dude in the movie looking the same?
yeah, yep, Ryuk.
Yeah, I just know him as the punk rock looking ghost dude.
Yep, no, they did it. I like the Japanese live actions. I think they improved upon the series, which I thought would be hard to do, but they did everything right, tick for tack. So
I've only seen a few live action Japanese films, and none of them were based on animes or mangas. You know, however you guys want to say it's an adaptation of. All right, so this has been World Class Bullshitters. Every Thursday night we take a dump on the world of pop culture. I've said that stuff. I've been your host, Jeff Hicks.
I'm the man of the planet, original tan. Unity.
I'm Coach Loudy, and I really hope Phil's mom listens to episode 69.
Dan's taking a shit, so he'll be right back on next week's
Hold
show.
on. I'm Dan Kane, and fuck you guys.
You know what? The listeners are right. You do sound like Dan.
On
Yeah.
that second, you did.
Yeah, you did.
today's episode was brought to you by the word defeated. Defeated. What Phil will be if he doesn't keep his sugar in check.
Oh, God, what a great way to end the show. Good night, folks. We'll be back with episode 68. I don't know what it'll be.
Charlie Murphy. From Boston.